Hello everyone, welcome. I am RxOliver and these are my friends, and we're playing Call of Cthulhu. We're broadcasting live tonight on twitch.tv/Dave's RPGs. I'm here tonight with Brian, Adrian, Nomi, and in the Games Master's chair tonight, our keeper of arcane lore for the evening, Dave. It's all yours, mate. Take it away.
Thank you. So yes, as Oliver said, this is the first time I've run a Call of Cthulhu adventure, and first time I've played with Nomi. So pleasure to have you on the channel. We'll just jump straight in. Oh, just to mention that the music by White Bat Audio, the wonderful Carl Casey is what you can hear. So there will be links posted in all the videos. Alrighty, it is June 1981. A town called Nolan's Gap has had some strange occurrences happen. Car-sized mounds mysteriously erupted in the backyard of Ellis, Loughty. And at first, folks wrote it off as an underground anomaly like burst pipe or sinkhole. Ellis swore that that was not the case, saying that the rotting mound was ridden with bones and foul-smelling worms, and that it was causing him horrible dreams and waking nightmares. Over the next week, Ellis seemed to go mad. He was trying to dig up the mound, telling his neighbour that the devil himself hid something under that dirt for him to find. A few days later, Ellis was found dead atop the hill by the local sheriff, and his corpse was unusually decayed. Not long after, two more mounds mysteriously appeared in people's yards all across town in Nolan's Gap. A young couple vanished from their house. Another man ranting mad, screaming he's going to shoot anyone who goes near his mound. And recognizing that he's out of his depth, the town sheriff called the police and scientific backup from experts in Nashville. He also reached out to our group of investigators, and on the 3rd of July, our adventure begins. It is late at night, and you are meeting Sheriff Dober just outside of Nolan's Gap in the parking lot of a small diner called Leyland's. And we will take you there right now. So,
Oh, can I zoom, please, Dave?
you're all...
Sorry.
Sorry?
Can I zoom, please?
Oh, sorry, is it not... It's not carried over, I do apologise, yeah.
Thank you.
Turn that off. There you go.
Thank you.
So you're all various experts in one field or another. You don't know each other. You all know Sheriff Dober from whatever reason. You will let us know about that. So I'm just going to go quickly around the table and ask you to introduce your characters. So we'll start with Oliver, who's top left on my screen.
Well, you all know me from TV. I'm Gaitlin Maxton, famous for I don't even know what the name of the show is. You know, famous for many TV shows and many movie appearances. But yeah, you're right. I don't know who the rest of these people are, but I'm an ex-TV host. I'm now a private investigator is what I do, so this is why I've been called. The sheriff called me personally because he knows that I'm the kind of person. I've worked in TV. It's only really people that have worked in TV that really know how to deal with stuff, so that's what he's got me for. Expertise.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm Daniel Boone. Well, let me take that back. I'm Boone. Nobody calls me Daniel, and I like it that way. Journalist, investigative journalist. I'm known for getting into trouble and finding out things that maybe I shouldn't have. Only thing that you need to know about me is don't touch the hair, which my character has. I obviously don't. And you know, if you give me any trouble, I might have to lay you out. I am a green belt after all. And I got nunchucks.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, know me.
Personal description says ex-college basketball star, forgettable face, ideology and beliefs. Wishes she had the guts to do sketch comedy. Credulous, believes what others tell her. Truthful traits, pacifist, won't harm innocents. We'll see. Argumentative, I can do that.
Nice.
Phobias and manias. Spend too much. Credit cards maxed out. 12 is my lucky number because it was my jersey number at college.
Cool.
Okay. And Adrian.
I'm gonna try the
Go
voice,
for the
but
accent, brother. Go for the
am-
accent, brother.
I'm playing J.J. Lewis. I'm a police detective. I like me some hot wings. Stubborn son of a bitch. Doctor says to stop eating them. It's giving me insomnia, but what does he know? I love hot wings. Been on the force for a couple of years.
Brilliant.
about it.
That'll do it. All right. So you've all been called to the diner. You were meant to meet a little bit earlier than what time you arrived, but you all got caught in a traffic jam on the highway getting there. There's nothing much around, and as you can see, it's a miserable evening. There's a thunderstorm going on. It's raining, and as you get to the diner, you see the sheriff. He's sat in his car and he's having a cigarette and he's writing some notes out. And you all get out of your various vehicles and you approach, and he spots you all, and he says, "Oh, I heard about the pile-up. I've been waiting for you for a while, but the waitress inside always says I'm bad luck for tips, so I've been waiting outside for you. But the diner's closing soon, so you better grab something if you're hankering for some food. Chest pie is real good. And then we'll head over to Ellis Loughty's place. I want to show you the scene before you get some shut-eye over at the motel." So,
I will want to go inside first. No, just to get some food, but the people will want to see me. My people will want to see me, yeah. I'll have to sign some autographs and stuff, yeah.
Oh,
Perks of being who I am. It's
this is true.
a tough old life. It's a dog's life.
So,
But
I'm
let
going
me
to
get
show
this
you.
straight. I seen you on TV.
Yeah.
Now, you play a what again?
All sorts. I was an ex-TV host, so he was the host of, let's say it's like a crime show or something where he investigates crime. I'm an investigator, and I investigate those ones the police are too scared of, the real hard hitters, the real tough stuff. That's what I'm known for.
Oh, an investigator, you say?
Yeah.
Now, I actually am an investigator, investigative reporter. I'm sure you've seen some of my bylines now. I ain't seen nothing you wrote.
No, well, I stepped back from TV a little while ago to actually be an investigator, a private investigator, and really work on tough cases that the police can't crack in real life. So not just for the TV now, but I'm out here on these streets doing it for real now.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might not know this, but when I say uh-huh, that actually means bullshit, but keep talking. Anyway, let's go inside and get a piece of pie.
Absolutely. I need to think of a name for the TV show.
Was it not in your notes? It might have been in your character notes.
It might be, actually. I don't know. It just says that I'm pretty much a bit of a dickhead and I'm a bully, and I don't respect anyone that's not been in TV. Compulsive
If you scroll to
liar,
the
a
bottom,
bully.
there's like a note. There's a note section.
Oh,
and
I
it's
never
got a
saw
bit of
this. Yeah,
background.
I never saw
Well,
this.
You could have
But
changed. This is why I gave everyone a bit of access
do you know
earlier
what?
on. You could have
Do
changed
you know what?
it. But
I'm a boomer, Dave. I never fucking scrolled down, mate. I never seen the bottom bit.
I'll be honest, I didn't either.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm also going to put you all on the spot now because I sent this to you privately in Discord. I gave you a full screenshot with all the notes.
I don't
You
remember.
don't do the homework.
I don't do my homework, Dave. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So you all go inside for a piece of the pie. So a piece of pie. I've shared a handout which is a map of Nolan's Gap,
Oh, yes.
which the sheriff shows you all as you sit down and start to tuck into your chess pie, which I've never heard of.
What?
to be honest. Don't know.
Chess
We'll make
I
pie.
have to find out.
No idea.
What?
If anyone knows
Chess pie?
in the chat, let us know. Chess pie.
Gatlin will
That's what
fix
it
it.
says.
I'll fix you. Fuck off. The cheek in the
Chess
chat.
pie is so good. Now, here at Leland's, they do a little bit extra butter, a little bit less on the sugar, but it's real good. It's custard-like, you know. It's like custard, with a little bit of a chocolate topping, and a real crisp.
That is a killer accent.
Whatever you call the edge of it.
A splash of vinegar. Oh my goodness.
Christ.
Little vinegar, little lemon juice, got a little bite to it, but cup of coffee is real
Chess
good.
pie. It's a
Also
dessert
known
with
as
a filling composed
Desperate.
mainly of flour, butter, sugar, eggs, and sometimes milk, characteristic of southern United States cuisine. I think I've heard of it before.
So
Maybe.
it's just custard pie at that point.
Custard pie,
It's
yeah?
just custard pie.
Yeah.
It's custard
Okay.
pie with a little bit of bite.
Let's move on from the pie. As you sit down eating,
I think we could talk about the pie a little bit
mystery
more. We
pie.
could get at
So
least
do I.
2-3 hours out of the pie now.
Well, fun
Everyone
fact,
give
custard
me-
pie is the choice of pie for throwing in people's face. That's what you throw in people's face, isn't it? Custard pie.
Sorry, Dave,
Everyone
go
give
ahead.
me.
I'm no
just
sorry.
gonna
I'm
push
no
through.
sorry. I'm no sorry.
Yeah, just push through. Just ignore me.
I'm not even listening. Everyone give me a I think it'd be is it knowledge?
To
What would that be?
to know about something that's
Something
like
random?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably no.
yeah, unless it's like
Yeah.
an academical kind of thing, then it's education. If it's like an academical thing, then you do
Yeah,
an
it'd be a
education.
no roll. I don't think you've got that on your sheets though. I can't see it.
No is intelligence. You just
Um,
roll intelligence for a
Yeah,
no
it's
roll.
just
Intelligence.
It's roll intelligence. Yeah.
First time, it's not the first time with Call of Cthulhu, mind.
Dave's first time running Call of Cthulhu as a GM, everybody. Check him out, the nuts on this man. He loves it.
Alright. JJ Lewis.
Intelligence. Watch this. I've got a 99 intelligence, boys.
What?
No, obviously I don't. I think he thinks he does. He thinks he does. He's got a 50.
Fair enough.
Give it a shot.
No, he thinks he's the shit because he's in TV, yeah. He's no the shit. He thinks
Trying
he
to wait
is.
for everybody else to roll because this is my
It should be good.
FPS is very, very low on this.
I'm good. Everyone's pretty golden on those rolls, like.
Everyone's done
2
very
stars,
well.
baby.
Yeah, 2 stars.
So you guys, you know about Nolan's Gap, even if you're not from Nolan's Gap. It's a small town, 1,000 residents. Those with a law enforcement background, maybe the PI as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's only the 2 policemen working in town. There's the Sheriff Dober, who you sat with.
Yep.
And he's also got a deputy called Paul Stiegler.
Stiegler.
Most of the residents in town, Stiegler, S-T-E-I-G-L-E-R.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
most
it's
of
not
the residents-
Stieglitz?
That's not Stiglitz.
Sorry, that's a
Stiglitz. I know. I got it.
Oh,
I did
okay,
get
you
it.
got it. Nice.
I did get it. Yeah. You go Stiglitz.
Is that a boomer joke?
Most of the
Oh,
residents.
it went over my head because I'm younger than they guys.
Most of the town's
It's not
residents
bad,
work at one of the 2 big farms that are near town. There's the Brant Broiler Farm, which has somehow successfully fought off the big poultry, and there's the DeForest Hay Farm, which you know has been struggling for years. Numerous long-haul truckers live in the town as well. The only
And
interesting
farms that-
occurrence. Oh, sorry, go on.
ahead. I was
No,
going
no.
to say the farms that have had the mounds appear that we've heard about.
Nope. the mounds have been appearing in people's back gardens.
Just in regular folks with just regular backyards.
Oh, okay.
You also know the only interesting occurrence that's happened in Nolan's Gap were the long handle murders of 1971, when one of the Brant Broiler Farms workers went on a rampage and brutally murdered five other workers with a machete. He was finally caught and he was arrested at his house a few hours later. And after a long trial, Long Handle Meacham was sentenced to death, and he has been serving his time at the penitentiary in Nashville ever since, awaiting execution.
There's a guy on a death row.
You said that was in 71?
70s, but
That
10
was in
years
71.
ago. We're in 1981, so that was 10 years ago. Okay, and that's the last time anything happened here was 10 years ago.
Anything interesting? It's a quiet farm town.
I mean, 1,000 is a small town for Scotland. Never mind America. 1,000 is a tiny town in America, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought we could get through it without bringing Scotland up, but
No, you can't.
not gonna happen
Sorry,
with you,
it's
is
not
it?
happening. It's not happening. And we're winning the World Cup.
Sorry. So,
Wow.
as you are given the map by Sheriff Dober, which you should have in your journals now, map of Nolan's Gap.
Yep.
I will.
Oh no, I don't. Wait, journal.
Yep.
I've only got group
I do not see
investigation
it in the
login journal.
I still have it open, but I don't see it in
I
the
don't
group
see it in the
investigation
journal.
Oh, sorry. Should see it now.
Let me open that again. No, I've just got notes and it's empty.
No, it's under handouts.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
so
sorry,
it is.
yeah,
It's
it's
in
in
the handouts
handouts.
folder.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm done.
My mistake.
Apologies.
I've been a boomer. I see it.
So he shows you the map, and he explains that Ellis Loughty's neighbour, a guy called Tolo Wojcik, he found Ellis dead in his yard after a week of hearing him rant about this mound in his yard and his inability to dig it up. He also points out Carlson's mound, which is the Carlson household on Clydeburn, and he tells you that the owners were a young couple. They up and left the house just a couple of days after they reported the mound to the police. And they left real quiet too. Didn't tell any of their neighbours. They just reported the thing, packed their car and took off.
Wonder what they saw that came out of that.
Because
Out of
this
their
house was seemingly abandoned. Dober and the deputy were able to police tape off the yard, but the authorities haven't gotten
Which one was that,
appropriate
Dave?
warrants to search
Was that
inside
Royce?
of the house yet. That was Carlson's.
That was Carlson's.
Carlson.
They're the ones that have just left. Just buggered off
Carlson's
just 2
have just
days later.
left.
Yeah, okay. Leyland's was
Ellis
the first
Loughty,
one.
dead. Loughty.
Loughty
Leyland's
was the
the
first
diner.
one. Oh, Leyland's is the diner, sorry. Loughty was the first one.
Yep.
So in your journal as well, you should have a group investigation log, which is just a text thing if you want to take any notes.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the final one was Royce, Joe Royce, known as Crazy Joe Royce. Joe Royce is a retired long-haul trucker who has a bad temper and a real problem with authority figures. And when the mound appeared in his yard, he threatened to shoot anyone who came near his property. And the sheriff shrugs and says, well, I guess that is right. I don't know what we do about that one. And as you're sat discussing where you might go first, the sheriff's basically saying, I'll leave the investigation up to you. And he's giving you the 3 locations. Outside the diner, you hear this almighty scream. A young woman screams. And you all, you stand up and the sheriff stands up and he runs for the door. And from the woods across the road is Casey Bowman, who is this person. 1 second.
Check her out.
Comes
She's so
bolting.
80s. Love it.
She comes bolting out of the forest, the tree line. And she's hysterical. She's screaming that her and her boyfriend, Danny, have just been attacked by a man in an animal wild mask, and he had a massive knife. And she says that Danny's been stabbed, and she thinks he's dead back there in the woods.
Yeah.
And the sheriff, he draws his gun, and he starts walking towards towards the woods, and he turns to you guys and says, "I'll take care of this. You guys pick up on the investigation.
Are you going to be all right by yourself there, Sheriff?
I'll take
Can we
care of
get his
this.
cell number? In case we
I'll
need
take
it.
care of this."
Hell with
I'll
that,
take care of
Sheriff. I'm
this.
coming. You ain't keeping the press away from this.
Yeah, no, Sheriff. Also, he sounds dangerous, and you're one man, Sheriff. We've got your back. We've got your back. Don't worry. Gaitlin Maxton's here.
Okay. You can come, but you need to stay behind me because this is a law enforcement thing.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'm good.
violence and stuff.
Man of the law.
I'm going to back you up, Sheriff. I'll back you up, just so you're no one man on your own. You know.
Can one of you stay behind to take care of Casey, or two of you stay behind to take care of Casey? And he's consoling her. She's in hysterics. She's screaming. She's help him, help Danny.
I volunteer. I'll stay.
Thank you, Molly. Okay,
Run after
so
the
you
sheriff.
guys head off into the woods, and the sheriff's got his gun out, and you guys are behind him.
Me too.
And you can all make a spot hidden roll, but they are hard, not normal.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, especially because you didn't bother to give us a flashlight. Jeez.
Or you didn't
spot
bother
it.
to bring one.
Spot hidden for a hard success. Let's see.
Oh wow.
Nah, just a regular success for me.
Look at these rolls. Oh my god, what's going on?
Wow.
Really smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. So you can hear the crickets and the crunching of the sticks under your feet as the sheriff plods through, and he's got his flashlight out, of course. But you can hear who got the best success. JJ Lewis.
JJ,
I think you'll
So-
find it was Boone.
well, yeah, no, actually, yeah, they both, they
both of you.
they both
Both
got
of
a
you
hard
got the-
success. Boone's got the
Yeah.
lower number.
So you two, I mean, you, Gatlin Maxton, you can hear the everything that's going on. You can hear you sort of hear what you think might be shuffling footsteps off in the
Right.
distance, but you can't pin down where.
Okay.
JJ and Daniel, you can hear that, but you can also think you can hear like moaning, soft sort of moaning up ahead, maybe about 25 yards from your destination.
You guys hear that?
I heard
I do.
footsteps.
We should probably
Back.
check that out. Yeah.
I heard some footsteps.
So the sheriff, which way
I'm
did
with
you
the
hear it?
sheriff. I'll
That way.
I'll show him the direction I heard footsteps in.
And you all start heading towards the footsteps and this moaning that the other two can hear. I've slumped against a tree. You find young Danny Albert, who has indeed been stabbed.
Oh no.
He's not dead though. He's not dead.
Oh, he's not. She said he might
He's
be.
bleeding out.
Oh, okay. Do I
Um,
have any first aid ability?
That's who's moaning. So you can see him. He's holding a slash wound, sort of at his abdomen and up near his collarbone, and he's bleeding really badly. Someone can do a first aid roll if they want to help him.
I mean, does
Oh
it?
no, I'm gonna go straight into asking him questions because I'm like that. I'm aggressive. Eyes up, boy.
Spitting blood up.
Now who cut you?
I'll try and do first aid on him then if you're not.
And if this roll succeeds, I'm gonna change the weight of these dice. No, no.
Not even close.
Oh.
He's only an
Yeah,
NPC. I could push it.
See, I don't know. Well, you'd have to tell me how you push it. of
No.
course.
I'm not going to push a first aid roll. That's
So
a silly thing to do in this game.
maybe you've only just arrived and this is all kicked off. So I think the stress of it is like, and he's also bleeding profusely. And maybe you don't want to get blood on your hands because you're the preppy TV host.
Oh, aye.
But you don't manage to help young Danny out. at this moment in time.
I can try to patch him up.
My first aid knowledge is minimal.
I'll
Mine's
let
not
you. I'll let one more do a first aid roll. Go on. There you go.
You know what?
Oh,
I got the extra luck. I'll burn it.
Only
you
four
can
off.
yeah, you can
A lot
burn.
closer
Don't forget
than
you've
mine.
got luck as well. Don't forget. It's only 4 points of luck. That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would only be 4 points.
I am not spending 42 on this NPC. You can spend 4 though.
There you go. Yeah, so you obviously being a man of the law and you've been well trained, you pull out like a rag from your pocket and you tie it around his neck to stem the bleeding a little bit. Obviously, it's not going to cure him. He needs to get to a hospital, but you manage to stem the bleeding a little bit, and you notice as you're tying this wound and fixing this, you notice that he's got something clutched in his hand that looks like a floppy ear from some sort of stuffed animal.
Oh.
An ear.
Well,
Yeah,
what you got
I
there?
was about to be like, geez, did he rip the guy's ears off?
What are you doing?
I failed my first aid
Yeah,
check,
what-
so I've stepped away from him, man. I've not noticed that. That's all you.
Patch him up, man. Patch him up and like, oh, what you got there? What you got there? Oh,
And he sort of hands it to you, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's the floppy ear from a white sort of stuffed animal, or that's what it looks like. In the meantime, Molly at the diner with Casey. Casey's still fraught with, oh, they've got to save Danny. They've got to save. We need to go back. We need to go back and help Danny.
They're on it. They wanted you to stay here so that you weren't a danger in the way. But we'll stay here at the diner. Maybe we can order some wings. The other guy likes
I don't
wings.
want wings. You don't understand how dangerous it is in the woods. As she starts to tell you a story about a man in an animal mask with the knife, and he attacked them both.
What the ear is,
And she's sort of, if you've taken her inside, she's sat in the table in the booth and she's shaking, and obviously she's wet and just beside herself.
I get warm. Maybe if we get like a hot chocolate or something like that, it'll help warm you up.
Yeah. I mean, the sheriff's gone and your friends have gone, so I'm sure, but they need to help him. Danny's been stabbed. He's been stabbed. We didn't mean. I mean, we only went to be alone into the woods to be alone before we were gonna go home, but this guy just jumped out and attacked us. He was big and he. Oh.
Okay, well, give her a hug, comfort her, and try and get her to relax. Try and wave somebody in, order like a couple of hot chocolates.
Yeah, so the waitress that's on shift, she can see that this younger woman's obviously distressed, so she sort of brings over a couple of hot chocolates and says, "Oh, they're on the house, honey," and sort of walks off. So cutting back to the woods, what are you guys doing? You've got a bleeding young man here who's holding onto this stuffed animal ear thing.
I mean, me and the sheriff
sheriff
and these other deputies are off pursuing an attacker.
Well, okay. What are you? When you say
Come
pursuing,
on now, Danny. Who cut you? You had to see something.
It was. He's obviously settled because he's not bleeding much anymore. It was just a guy. He was big and he had one like cow head on. He had just like this.
A cow head.
It was just, I don't know. It was weird, and he had an animal mask on, and he attacked us with this big machete knife. It just came out of nowhere. We only came in the woods to sort of be alone and take a shortcut home, and I need to go to the hospital.
Well, yeah, of course, we're gonna get you up and get you to the hospital. Now, you gotta tell us, you see anything on him that might stand out. I know he had a big-ass mask on. That's not what I'm talking about, son.
That's it. I don't know what else. He attacked me. I wasn't taking notes. I wasn't asking
I'm
him
really
to just
tempted
stand
to
there
smack
and-
him because I'm an aggressive investigator. But I
Well, the
won't.
sheriff,
Snap
the
out of it,
sheriff
boy!
can see this. The sheriff steps over and he puts his hand against you and says, "Just calm down. He's been through a lot. We need to get this young boy to a hospital."
All right, let's get him up. Let's get him moving.
We do, but we've got to get after a perpetrator as well, Sheriff. Let's get after the perp.
You so the sheriff takes Danny to his squad car, and because you've said that, Gatlin, you can give me a track roll.
Track. Okay. What's the last one on the sheet? Where did my thing go? There it is. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that!
Oh.
Oh no! Fuck me! I saw the 0-0. I was like, "Here's something really good coming." No, 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 no,
No,
no.
afraid not.
So as you're walking
today.
around looking
Not
for
today.
these tracks, obviously it's raining. The forest canopy's not letting as much rain in as it would be if it was out in the open, but the floor is still absolutely soaked and muddy.
Wee.
And as you're looking around for something, you slip
Face first
and you
in the
bang your
shit.
head on a tree,
Oh,
and you take 1d4 of damage.
oh wow,
Ooh.
wow. You want me to roll that?
Yeah.
3 damage. Fuck me. That's a badging.
You really do a number on your head, crack, and the big. Everyone just watches as you're doing this private eye thing, and then just slip, and you haven't hit your head against a tree. You've hit it like almost a stump sticking out of the ground, so you've landed on it.
I don't have that many
Really
hit points to
punched
spare. Like, I am a normal human in Call of Cthulhu. I've just lost a good chunk of my hit points. A good chunk of my health is gone. Ouch. God damn it. I'll get
Ow.
up and try to wipe myself. Oh, you're going to help me up. Thank you very much, officer. Appreciate you. And I will like wait for you to pass me your handkerchief so that I can wipe the shit off my face.
I think at this point, Boone's just laughing at Gatlin. Y'all right there, Gatlin?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm okay. I banged my head. Fell over, looking for tracks, looking for the tracks, trying to follow, trying to track a perpetrator, and fucking fell over in this goddamn mud and rain.
So,
Yeah, well, I'm sure you learned that on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's
Can I give it a try?
Yeah, try doing this under 50
yes,
different
go
lights.
on.
Even worse.
one more.
Can't do any worse than
Right.
me.
Ooh.
Oh, you can try your
no.
best though. You can just about.
Wow.
I mean,
I'm
it
about
is.
to bash
That
my
is just
head
as
on
bad as me.
I'm not rolling any more dice tonight.
So-
That's not.
As
Wow.
you're helping Gatlin up. And this it almost turns into like a comedy skit because as you're pulling him, you go as well. You slip, and you whack your head on a stone, not a tree, but you do these. So you do 1d4 of damage as well.
Come on, we need a third stooge.
Sheriff, I think we better get all these boys to the hospital.
Nah, Brian, you're rolling.
That's a
You're
lot
you're
point,
rolling
there you
track
go.
as well. We want the third stooge. Come on.
I'm not tracking
he
anything.
chose the
I'm
right
trying
time
to
to
get us to the
enact
hospital.
crime. Rain.
So as you lot are tumbling and falling over, and the sheriff walks in, and the hell's going on?
I
He
think
just
these boys
sees-
was looking for tracks. They just ain't.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it's the rain, you see.
Yeah, I get that. Well, I don't know what this attack was about. Oh, I can't do this accent. I don't know what this attack was about. A lot of the teenagers come down to the woods to
We know what teenagers do in the woods.
spend a bit of time.
Sheriff.
I would urge you guys to check out Leyland's.
Oh, I know. I was waiting for the sheriff to explain it to me.
Wait,
Do we need to tell you
I'll
about
leave
the
that to your
birds and the
imagination. I'll
bees,
leave your
son? Oh
friends.
my.
your friends can tell that to you, but I've got to go back to the station to carry on with my shift, and I'll
Of
leave you
course.
guys. But yeah, you've got three places to visit, and I'll catch up with you guys later.
Well, hang on, Sheriff. Are you taking Danny to the hospital?
Yeah, he's in the squad car. Yeah.
All right.
Who's going after the
So,
Who's going after the
I'll-
madman with the machete? Then sheriff's just like, nah, I'll just take this boy to the hospital. He should be phoning an ambulance, and the sheriff should be off after this fucking wannabe killer. The
As
sheriff's a
far
bit.
as the sheriff knows, it's
Boys.
he's got a young lad on his hands that he
Well,
needs to get
Boys,
to the hospital.
this town ain't got enough policing. We're gonna have to do this ourselves. Come on, we've got a killer to catch.
No, I'm sorry. We got some mounds to check out. We weren't hired to do. I ain't no deputy here. Now, if there is a crazy man with a machete in these woods, I ain't gonna fight him. Are you?
I'm just doing my civic duty, Boone.
That ain't how civic duty works. Now, you might be looking to get some notice and getting back on the TV, but I don't think it's a smart idea. I think we head back to our cars.
Oh, if I
Grandma,
wanted
we
to
look
be
into
on
what we supposed to
TV,
be
I would
looking
be on
into.
TV, my friend. I chose to retire from the television. I'm not even going to try an accent because this guy's no got a southern accent. He's got a Chicago accent. I can't even attempt a Chicago accent. I don't know what the fuck that is even. No offense, Chicago.
Okay. As you guys are, so I assume, are you going back to the diner?
I suppose because
Yeah, I am.
You don't have to. You can do what you want.
no,
It's-
well,
it's entirely up to you, but-
me and I assume Officer Lewis probably want to also go to the bathroom and get a bit cleaned up because we've just went arse over tit into the mud.
Get cleaned up.
I think that's
Just
my
do that
next
in
thought.
the hotel room at this point, but
Nah, I
Also,
mean,
I'll step close to Lewis as we're heading back, and I'll be like, if there is a man walking around these woods with a machete, I feel like we're probably gonna run into him before the end of this. So I don't think we need to find him right now.
It's how you say foreshadow, foreboding.
For something, not for me, not right now.
So,
right?
back at the diner,
I go straight to the
Molly,
bathroom
you
to get
are
myself cleaned up.
you are sitting with Casey, and the sheriff comes in, and he sort of signals to Casey that he's ready to take her home, and she gets up and she turns to you and says, thank you, you're very kind," and heads off with the sheriff. And you see your colleagues come back in, not disarray, but there's a couple of them that have got covered in mud and are wet, and one of them might be bleeding from the head, and as they head, one of them heads, I assume both of them head to the bathroom to sort of clean themselves up. But
Right,
you
trying to
guys have got.
Stayed on the
Sorry, go on.
guy with the dead wound.
Yep,
That would be Gatling.
that's me.
Well, you both got head wounds. To be fair, yours is just worse.
Mine is just a bit worse. I smacked my head off a tree and I've split my head open. It's like one of those proper like half an inch deep motherfuckers. It's not. It's not going to look good.
So,
That
as
looks
an
like
investigative
something I might be
reporter,
able to
oh,
work
sorry, go ahead.
on. Well, I wanted to try and do a first aid on whoever had the head wound there. We can go into the bathroom and
Well, I'll be heading
Right.
towards the
You could,
bathroom.
yeah, you could.
I'd go straight towards the bathroom to start cleaning it up myself. If you want to follow me and do a first aid, feel free.
You can do that. I can let you do that. So yeah, you go into the bathroom. You get all the mud and blood off your head and clean yourself up. Yeah, go on, Molly. Give us a first aid roll.
I do pretty good.
26, yeah.
There you
Or
go.
22, even better.
All right. Give us a 1d4, and you can add that back to you.
Oh, come on. That was quite a smack on the head, like. That was 25% of my hit points, eh? Quarter of my life gone.
I'm learning from Phil to kill you all fast.
It's easy in this system, mate. Great fun. Call of Cthulhu. That's why I like it. TPKs.
I don't know that I've played Call of Cthulhu with Phil. No, I did do the one. It was the one we were trapped in a room. I'm a very hard person to
Oh,
kill.
the bunker
early,
one,
Because
yeah.
I will do everything I can to avoid confrontation.
I remember that one. That was a good one.
1d4, Mr. Oliver.
1d4.
Did you roll it?
Nope.
Yeah.
I shall get a 1. I get 1 back. Thank you very much, Molly. I really appreciate your help with that. Really appreciate
Yeah.
you.
After we get you cleaned up, let's try and stitch up the other dude.
I keep losing my hit
No,
points
no,
on the
I'm
character
good.
sheet.
Just a little bomb.
They're on the
You keep what?
left-hand
Keep what?
side,
Sorry,
near the
Oliver.
bottom.
Oh, you like
They
your
should
bump?
always
Okay.
be visible.
Well,
Yeah, I keep losing my hit points on the character sheet. Oh, there it is.
Red
yeah,
tentacles,
yeah,
lower left.
got it.
Bottom there. Okay, is it letting you edit it? Yeah.
Yeah, it changed back to
Um,
11 for some reason. There we go. You got it.
So, the sheriff has left you guys. He's told you your leads. He's asking you to investigate. You've got the 3 locations.
We'll open up the
And
map.
you've got rooms. You've got rooms at the motel, and you need to remember tomorrow is Saturday, the 4th of July. Even though on the calendar it says Wednesday, I think.
Big day in America.
Oh, I'm on June. Sorry, I need to change
Yeah,
that to
you're in
July.
June.
Oh yeah, you said June. Oh no, June was the
Yes.
June was the intro.
Oh, it's kicked it back to June for some reason. It's July, 3rd of July.
Big day tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, almost all of the businesses are going to be closed for the Independence Day holiday. Apart from there's a place in town called Rusty's Bar, the library, which closes early,
Bars don't give a crap.
and the 2 farms, which are maintained by skeleton staff.
Is a bar busy on the
And
4th
you
of July?
know,
Oh yes.
you
Thought-
probably have
thought-
to go. and
Especially a
find
bar in
out.
a small town like this. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
We'll ask him if the diner's gonna be open tomorrow, at least for breakfast.
No,
Might be open for breakfast, probably not after it.
He already said no, so
I did say
I'll
no. You
take-
can
There
get,
you go.
you'll be fine.
go
I think the motel will serve breakfast. Maybe be something on offer for you there.
Motel? No, they don't even have continental breakfast.
Well,
We're-
at
we'd-
9
we'd be best
p.m.
to
you do know.
Grab something from the
Oh.
local shop tonight. Have something cold in the morning.
At 9 p.m. tomorrow, the town is planning a fireworks celebration at the town park,
I love fireworks.
and you know that. So yeah, you what you doing? Where you going? What you
So,
doing? You
remind
can
me, David.
decide what you want to do.
I
Yeah,
do want to
loud-
ask for some wings. I feel like this was a Scooby snack thing that we need to
And
have.
it's the 4th of July tomorrow. It's very American. Somebody should have wings. 100% agree with you, know me. Dave, Loughty was the first one, right? And then
Yes.
Royce.
You don't have to do it in that order. It's
No, no,
entirely
I'm
up to you,
just
but
trying to
you-
remind myself. Carlson was the young couple, and they just moved away a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And Royce was. Royce is the mad guy with the gun going, get the fuck off my land.
So I've
Correct.
created Royce as he's a Vietnam veteran
Okay.
who's
I have a question.
Oh, you
Okay.
have to be old. Somebody's a
So-
Vietnam veteran alive.
What's that?
It just sounds
No.
very old.
Keep in mind, we're in the 80s.
81.
It's not that old.
Oh, okay.
Picture a Lieutenant Dan,
what
crazy
was I gonna
type.
say?
It's Rambo.
Aye, Lieutenant
Rambo
Dan
age.
Yeah, more of a
with a
rainbow.
headband on and that.
So, the way that you described it in the opening and the way that the sheriff described it, I'm unclear on the Carlsons. Well, I don't know if the couple is named Carlson, but are they missing or did they just leave? Did anybody see them leave? I wanted to clarify that with the sheriff before he left, or before we left him.
He took off. man.
So, yeah, so this is.
Yeah, but we just kind of
They suddenly
I
just-
didn't have a chance to.
They were there, and then they suddenly, not suddenly, but over the space of a few days,
Right,
they
because
weren't
the
there.
sheriff said they just kind of quietly left. I'm just wondering
That's the
if anybody
assumption.
saw them leave. All right,
That's the
so
assumption,
they
so,
could
no.
literally be missing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nighttime. I don't want to deal with the Royce place, but if anybody wants to go check out a couple of these mounds,
What happened at
we
Wojcik?
could still.
What was what, sorry?
Wojcik, the Polish name.
He was
That's
found dead.
that's the
I thought.
neighbor.
That's the neighbor.
No, that's
dead,
the
That's
neighbor.
the dead neighbour of
Oh,
Loughty.
Loughty found him, or Wojciech found Loughty.
Loughty found Loughty. Wojcik found Loughty dead.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. We should probably
Can
speak
I
to him.
assume that
I
this
think
map
first.
is right? Can I assume that this map is relatively? It's a well done map, by the way. Can I assume it's relatively
I did
accurate
create
in
this
that
map.
it looks like? Oh, okay. Can I assume the map is relatively accurate in that Loughty is kind of not in the main town, and is kind of in a more. I mean, the whole area is probably rural, but a more rural area.
Fields around
But
his
the
house.
Carlson house is
yes,
in town.
more farmy type. That
Yeah.
part of town.
And-
Loughty and Wojcik, his neighbour.
Aye, so they're just across the
they're
road from each
more
other.
on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think
want to go
And
check
you
out
could say
the
Royce's
Loughty
is as well, and
farm.
Carlson's is. They're all on the outskirts.
I think we check out the first
All on
mound
the
and go
outskirts. I gotcha.
speak to Wojcik. I think.
Okay. That sounds good.
So
to
it
me.
is 22 midnight.
Apologies to all the Polish people if
Um,
I'm not pronouncing that well. I am trying my best. I think I've got it. Wojcik.
So where are
Also,
we going? Did
We
you say?
probably
Sorry.
should note, just for our British and Scottish friends, even though today is the 3rd of July, there's still fireworks going off.
Right.
And
that
if
was
it's
going to ask
midnight,
about that
There's
actually.
still fireworks going off right now.
Yeah. So.
Like people light off fireworks all week,
Oh, yeah.
especially in rural areas.
and
Maybe
It's
not in
going
this
to be
weather.
massive tomorrow. But
And-
what's
It's
that?
raining.
And-
So maybe not in this weather, because it's absolutely tanking it down.
And
in
the people-
thunder
Even
and
in this weather, man.
And the people that
people will stand in their garages and light them and then hold them out and let them go. I know this from personal
And
experience.
so for people who like to drink
Um,
and party in America, is that one of the biggest days then? Like, if you're a drinker and a partier, that's the big one, July 4th.
It really depends on where you are. There's probably not as I'm not saying drinking won't happen, but there's probably not as much drinking and partying in a rural area like this. You'll see a lot more of that in more urban areas from younger people who
sex
tend to
kids.
party a lot anyway, right? Like,
Any
but-
excuse, people. Yeah.
So this entire
There-
month, like every weekend, they're shooting off fireworks in Vegas.
Yeah,
for-
fireworks.
If that was in
There's
Britain,
gonna
that would be a
barbecues
massive.
all over
piss up.
town tomorrow that we can raid for food. Like it's
Yeah. Quite a big one as far as the piss ups go, I imagine. It's hard to look at it objectively from the outside as a British person because everything's just a piss up to British people, eh, Dave? Everything. It's any
We
excuse.
just like blowing shit up.
Fireworks are great. Any excuse
So-
for fireworks for me as well. I love fireworks.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
I think Wojcik and the first mound. I think would be the
So you
first
get
place to
to-
go.
Ellis Loughty's house. You're not going to the motel to sleep first. You're going straight there, yeah. And I'm not
Well,
pushing you to do that.
No,
I'm just asking you to if that's what you want to do.
no. I think we should go tomorrow because I don't think that it's going to make any difference if we go tonight or tomorrow. And I could do with getting a rest after that fall I had. I'm a bit woozy.
Oh,
like
your-
it was a
your little
really...
head hurt. You don't want to do a little investigating tonight.
I've cut my head right open, mate. I've had a bad one.
All right then, let's get you back to the hotel.
It's
Yeah,
dark out
see.
there. It's a shame the stores won't be open for us to buy extra supplies for random things.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So if we're going back to the motel, I assume we're all probably staying at the same one because this town probably only has one.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
It's
I
probably within
am-
100 feet of this restaurant too.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, if the diner is in kind of as close to downtown as you can get, it's probably close. Although it might also be at the edge of the interstate, depending.
I will say, the stuff that you've got on you is the stuff that you're investigating with. There's no going to the hardware store
There's
to
no
buy
buying flashlights. and stuff.
crowbars and guns
Yeah,
and
we'll see.
flashlights and all
Because
that.
when we get to the motel, I'm gonna go to the motel clerk and be like, "Hey,
Ransack the place.
Boon's got nunchucks.
got a
it's
question
fine.
for you. Here's the thing. I need a flashlight. I gotta do some work on my car. You understand? And I gotta have
Also-
it running by morning. Is there any
Also,
way I
what
can
kind of
borrow a
co-
flashlight from you?
No, we don't have flashlights in this town. Don't believe in them. We work during
Just
the daytime.
flat.
It's a no flashlight town.
That's hilarious. Okay.
I don't know, like what kind of cop doesn't have a flashlight?
You, obviously.
No.
Where
Yeah, apparently you.
Damn, got me there.
Good point. I've not even checked my inventory to see if I have them. I doubt I do.
No,
You probably
no,
not.
when I go check
Probably
into
not.
the motel, I'm gonna
Okay,
go
we got what we
pick up the
got.
snack
Got it.
machine.
I've got a camera, and that's got a flash in it, I suppose.
I'll let you. I'll let you. Did you say snack machine?
Yeah, I'm gonna see
yeah,
if
I'll
there's
let you
any
get some
non-expired
snacks.
Snickers bars in there or something.
You
That's
find the
great.
snack machine as you all check in, and you're all given your separate rooms. And it's like I say, it's not a rundown motel. It's just not used very often.
Sure.
Even if it is, 4th of July tomorrow, people aren't coming from out of town to come to this specific town for the holidays. It is just a town that celebrates the 4th of July on its own.
Yeah, it's a no
So you all get
tourism
your keys.
place.
You get some. It's just a small town. That,
Yeah.
What's the terminology they use in America?
A couple of farms around it and stuff.
one
Not
horse.
what it is now. No, there's another
Rural.
term.
One
on.
horse town, is that what you call it?
But fuck nowhere or something like that.
But fuck
Can't
nowhere,
remember what the
aye.
terminology
Nowhere
is.
is one.
Something like
I've heard that
yeah.
one.
Oh, the sticks.
Bum, fuck.
That's
East bum fuck, west bum fuck.
Technically, the sticks.
Also the
would
sticks.
be one.
Oh, the sticks, yeah, we know the. So yeah, it's out there. So you get your keys, you get checked into your rooms. Very basic bed, bathroom.
Somebody
TV.
said vending. I like that idea because I see it out front.
Somebody said what? Sorry.
Vending
machines.
Vending machine. Yeah, I will allow you to get a couple of Snickers bars or a couple of drinks. Oh, Snickers around in 81 marathon maybe.
I want some tab clear. Is it too soon for tab clear? Is it too early in the
think it
80s for
might be
tab
too
clear? I
soon
think it
for
might be
tab
too early
clear.
for tab clear, yeah. Never mind.
Do you spend the night sleeping, resting, nursing a sore head maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and you wake up the next
no,
day,
do
you're
I have-
fresh,
do I have
and you
to
all
make a
meet
roll?
up. And
Nope.
what for? Sorry.
Because it says my character has insomnia. Do I have to roll anything to
Oh, you're an
Ooh.
insomniac.
light it?
I guess it's if I had to guess, it'd be a power roll.
Yeah. Yeah, give us a power roll, because, I mean... Yeah, give us a power roll, because it's under phobias and manias, so yeah, go on.
Do I sleep? Yes, I do.
You do manage to get some decent sleep. It's that's 10 to midnight, so yeah, you all get a good 6-7 hours. You
Question.
wake up the next day, it's still raining, and I haven't got a daytime transition, so...
Quick
Go on.
no, quick rules question actually. Do I heal a hit point or anything from resting in Call of Cthulhu? It's not often you fucking get so far as resting and getting any of your hit points back. It's a rare occasion in this game. Does anybody know off the top of their head? I know that I can have first.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I know that I can
Yeah,
somebody.
nice.
To 7th.
I can
Just
only.
one hit point per day.
Is it? Sounds
Um,
about right. And I know that I can.
And you haven't got a major wound, so
And
naturally
also,
cover one hit point per day.
okay, and also I know that you can't get first aid more than once per day. So somebody, if it's a new day, somebody could do first aid again on me, whereas they couldn't have done it again last night. I think that's the case in Call of Cthulhu.
no.
You can only get it
Yeah.
once per day.
That's right. And
Can
Phil
you get more
pointed out.
first aid on the same wound though? I mean,
On the
it's
same
not-
wound, yes, but not on the same day. I think. I'm quite confident. On the same wound, yes. So somebody can first aid me again today because it's a different day.
If you say so, I can
you-
give it a try.
If you don't
I'd like
mind,
to
I would very
consider
much appreciate it.
See if there's any random anything that we can just put in our pockets. Is there
No.
anything in there for anything? No.
First aid, what? Sorry, Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Macro on the GM tools.
I'll
Rest,
go
sorry.
over and help out.
About the only thing that would be in the hotel rooms that I don't know what we would possibly find a use for it is a Gideon Bible. But then also, we're in Call of Cthulhu land, so it could be there's crazies running around taking the Gideons out of all the hotel rooms, too.
It's medicine for tender wounds anyway, not first aid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't think you could use first aid the next day, but let's see what. No, my medicine is 1. I'm not sure if anybody else has a higher one.
Yeah, so first aid would be like for the bleeding and things like that. So stemming a.
Yeah, it's not first aid
Thing there
anymore
and
because
then.
it's the next day. It's not first aid anymore. I need a medicine
Yeah.
to do anything further on my wounds. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
try with my medicine
all-
of 1.
You,
I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right?
you know, you've got a chip, you've got a chair, as they say. Always a chance.
Go for it.
I'll give it a chance.
Might as well.
Here we go.
And
I
then
come
you can
check
all
on
tell
you.
me
Have I got a medicine of
your
any
plan
better
is.
than one myself?
On
Hang
the
on.
surface, I don't like you.
So, I might.
You're a TV personality.
Hang on. No, I've got a 1 as well. I was going to say, maybe I can like help you do medicine on me, but I've got a 1 as well. I don't have anything in medicine.
So
Okay.
I wash my hands. I remembered that, and then I'll take a look at your bloody head in the harsh light of the bathroom of your bathroom.
Thank you. Nope. Oh.
Yeah, nope.
It
Sorry,
was,
bud.
it was only 1 away from being a fumble as well. As that, if that had been a 96, it would have been a fumble.
Flicked him a little bit.
Watch what you're doing, man.
Yeah, start poking.
No doctor.
Oh no, leave it alone. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Thanks for looking. I appreciate you.
No, as you guys are poking each other and hurting each other, and you're going to sit in the motel and you're going to plan your next move because I'm just going to quickly nip to the bathroom. I can still hear you, so everything that you say, I'll still hear what you say.
problem. This guy's got pool cues for fingers, man. He's trying to do first aid and.
Maybe at the front office they have like a little thing where they might have some things they can sell us.
You're desperate
No.
to get some gear, eh? Not gonna
I
happen.
think he's told us we're not going to get
Yeah,
anything,
it's
and I
not
think
gonna
that's
happen.
fine. We need to get on with the investigation. I think we need to head to the first place first.
And go and speak to Mr. Bocek, and yeah, go and see the mound. What this mound is,
If it's
There's
still
a dead
there,
guy.
if it's still there.
Maybe
aye.
we could go to his house and get some supplies.
well, we are going to check out his mound. I don't know if I don't know about you, but I'm not too big on breaking and entering, even a dead guy's house. It's
Well, if he went outside,
especially if
and
I'm
died,
working for the sheriff.
I'm sure we'll be okay to poke around in the guy's house.
Investigating.
We're not breaking and entering. We're just investigating exactly, and we have an officer of the law with us, so we have jurisdiction, don't we, officer?
I don't think it works like that, but
I'm sure it
I'm
does.
not going to argue with you.
Like
I just
that.
won't go inside. Is JJ an officer? Like full on? I thought he was a
Yeah,
PI.
JJ's the sheriff from Nashville.
Says police detective. on my
Oh,
notes.
JJ's an actual sheriff.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a cop with us.
Well, that changes things a little bit.
It does. We have jurisdiction to go into the house and things like that. We have an actual cop.
Well, he
and
does.
We've been asked to
We don't.
invest, and we need tools to investigate. With.
So I'll explain to Boone that the reason that Lewis is here is so that I can have the jurisdiction to go into people's houses and stuff, so that I've got full authority to investigate. That's why there's a police officer here.
Now,
I don't know if it works.
I don't know what you used to talk about on your show there, but I'm still pretty sure that's not how it works.
So,
I think JJ can tell you that too.
When you're in TV in Hollywood, there's a special type of license, police license, that can be given on the spot in emergencies, because people in Hollywood have a lot more skills than normal people because of the things we have to study and learn. We've just got generally a bigger tool set than most people, and we're useful in certain situations, so we are allowed
I
a
just look
certain
over at
authority.
JJ and shake my head.
It says compulsive liar on my character sheet. I'm just having, I'm absolutely bullshitting.
I buy it.
Police officer to deputize us before he left.
Yeah. No, he did.
I think-
He did.
I think I
It-
can make you like a junior deputy,
He
but
did not deputize us.
well, he deputised me. He already deputised me before I even got here. Why do you think I'm here? So don't worry about authority.
I
We have
see.
authority.
um,
But yeah, there's a police officer
Okay,
with
I
us.
think
So
we
the
got-
rest of you do now.
I've just realised I was muted. Think of yourselves as subcontractors. You've not got the full powers of the law. Obviously, J.J. Lewis has, although jurisdiction would be factor. So you can't go around just arresting people because you think they're guilty. But you have been not deputised as such, subcontracted for the sheriff's department. So
Deputised would be unstating my authority.
You've effectively got the powers of a sheriff, but
Exactly.
not, if that
exactly.
makes sense.
I've got the powers of a sheriff.
and
To
I
say
can make
deputised
you
would be-
I can make you a junior deputy. I have the stickers in the car.
I'm all right. Let's just go take a look.
I'll take a sticker.
Yeah. You're gonna take a sticker. Oh, I mean, Oliver wants one, but my character's a wee bit too cool for that because I'm in TV. I don't need a sticker. I've already got like special authority just because I'm in TV. I'm, certain
But I
type.
don't want to jeopardize my bar being able to
Oh,
get into.
why has it done that?
Weird, why did my face just suddenly
I
show?
don't know.
I wasn't looking. I was looking at the map.
Your character sheet has gone really short, Adrian. I don't know why.
Oh, I think you have to maximize it. That's the condensed
Oh, there it
version
is.
of it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can do a mini version of the character sheet with this Call of Cthulhu character sheet. It's quite handy. Don't remember how you do it, but it's very handy.
It's up
Anyway,
on the
just
right
minimize it.
top corner. It's a little button to minimize it, and it even
Summarize,
gives you
that's
like
it. Yeah, and it has your main
So-
stats there. It's really good.
gives you the
You
ones that you're-
guys are headed to Ellis's. Ellis Loughty's place. You all get into. Are you taking one car or are you taking each? Because you've all got your own vehicles.
I mean,
Or are you just going to pile into one?
I'm pretty sure I've got a personal driver. To be honest, let me just double check that.
You've got a van.
And I've got a personal driver. It says here, his
Is it a
always
cameraman?
by his side cameraman Bob Buckley. I've literally got a guy to drive
got
me
Bob.
around. I've got Bob. Me and Bob in my TV van. We've got a TV van. I've got a cameraman. He does the cameras, the sound, the driving. He does the cooking. He cleans the van. He does everything.
on
Probably
the
does
you're
some
being
camera,
driven.
investigating too.
there's usually a light, right?
So
Usually,
I would say that you
but
can.
it is daytime. You're not scrambling around. I know it doesn't look it on the map, but it is daytime, so you're not scrambling around in the dark. It's
There's seats in the back of the van. If you want to get in the TV van, you can get in the TV van.
Yeah, I'll hop in the TV van rather than take my own car. Especially if there's not going to be more gear in the car.
Well, we might as well stay together. The van's got space. I'll hop in.
Yep. So there's a little bit of room because of all the gear in the back, of course.
Somebody else's car gets stuck in the mud.
It's 4-wheel drive, so hopefully I'll have less chance of getting stuck in the mud with the van. Hopefully.
Vans aren't usually 4-wheel drive, but you could be lucky.
This is a 4-wheel drive van. Special Hollywood one. I told you we're different. We're built different. We need different types of motor.
I love how everything is a special Hollywood one.
It's a special Hollywood one because I'm in TV. We're built different.
anyway.
Aye, well,
So everyone else is driving their own vehicles.
No, I'm right in
I was
the
trying
van.
to change the date.
We're piling up in the van.
I think everyone's piling up in the van. We're all going like
Bob-
Scooby Doo in the
Bob's
gang.
driving.
The Great Dane in the
doesn't
back.
it doesn't take you long to get across town to Ellis's house. It's a small one-story rambler. It's beat up old truck in the driveway. Nearest neighbour is Tolo Wojcik. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's not like he's like right next door. He's a bit away, but his house is a couple of 100 feet away. The porch, as you notice, the porch looks unpainted, but it looks new. So Ellis was working on this house.
It looks like cans of paint and stuff lying outside, so it's like he was just doing it.
So he's like he was working on his house.
Yeah.
And then the mound happened. So yeah, you're outside the front of the house.
And he was found dead by the neighbour, eh? He was found a dead body.
So yes. So his neighbour Tolo found Ellis. He died in his yard.
And he just found him dead. He never saw anything happen or anything like. I guess we'll go and speak to him. We'll find this out from him. I guess.
He said the body was like unnaturally decayed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
So
in the introduction.
yeah, found poor Ellis dead in his yard. A week at this, Ellis was the one that was ranting about he wanted to dig up this mound.
Mm-hmm.
He was going crazy. He was talking about the devil leaving something under the mound for him.
And you've got one of the other guy on the other side of the town's crazy. Like, get away from my mound. This is my mound.
Yeah.
I'm well interested in him. He seems like a barrel of laughs. But aye, let's go and have a look at this mound, or if there is anything there, and then maybe go and speak to his neighbour.
Okay.
So, are you going straight round the back, or are you doing a recce of the house?
Well, is this where the mound was meant to be
what's
in
everyone doing?
the back of the house? Was
So
it?
the mound's in the
backyard?
back garden, yeah.
I mean, as far as we know,
It wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea
There's
to check the house.
aye.
There's a ladder and a bunch of cans up here. Can I look around to see if there's any tools, like a little hammer or something?
You're relentless.
You can, you can keep trying.
I've got cameras and microphones in the back of the van if they're of any good interest to you. Loads of microphones and cameras. A big light.
So
I've got a big light.
You look around the porch. There is indeed paint and creosote and these sorts of things, but there's no tools. There's no like drills or hammers, nails, anything like that. It is all just like painting materials.
So obviously,
As
it's
you-
daytime,
right, sorry.
right?
Yes,
Daytime.
ignore the map. It's still daytime.
But it is still pissing rain, right?
Yes.
So it's probably dark, overcast.
A
right?
dark sky, yeah.
It's
like,
overcast. It's not dark that you can't see what's going on.
Well, sure.
But like a grey dark sky, yeah.
Any indication in the yard around the house, either the front or the side, that I go around? I'm not going to do a full circuit of the house because I'm not that thorough, if we're honest. Any indication of tracks or anything interesting in the mud? It's been raining for a few days, right?
Give us a spot hidden roll, Ryan, or Daniel, or Boone. Sorry.
Boone, please.
No,
It's
I know-
Boone.
Oh yeah, I remember. Boone
They
doesn't
don't
like
even know
Daniel.
my name. It's Boone. Spot hidden. Deep, deep, deep.
Alrighty. So as
Enough
you're
government work.
you're sort of scanning the house. Like you say, you're not going into massive detail and checking everything, but you do spot that one of the windows has been broken from the outside, and the window itself has actually been opened. As you're checking, you hear a car pull up on the front of the house, pulls up on the gravel, and you all turn and see that Sheriff Dober has arrived to sort of give you all a hand.
No.
I see you found your way to Ellis's place. Have you guys found anything yet?
We just arrived, Sheriff. Did you catch your man? Your machete man?
No, we attempted to do a little search in the forest, but it didn't pull up anything.
It's a bit worrying that he's still out there, but no, we've just pulled up here ourselves. Notice that the
Sheriff,
windows...
you been in this house since Lawton's body was found?
Looks like the window's broken and somebody's been... Look like somebody's broken in and then opened a window, like somebody's been in this house that shouldn't have been.
I believe that's
Ow.
my information to spread because I ain't said nothing yet. But you can go ahead and take the spotlight on.
Sorry,
Go
no,
ahead.
yeah, you're right. I never seen that. That was you. Do apologise.
I'm sorry, Boone. Was it? What are you going to say?
Well, you can see this window's been broke. Looked like somebody got in.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if that was you and your people.
No, I was here yesterday, and that window was just fine.
Well, in that case, somebody might be in there.
He pulls out his pistol, and he pulls open the window a little bit, and has a look inside. And he relays to you that he leads into a small bathroom. It seems to be connected to the master bedroom, so like an ensuite sort of thing. And the footprints. There's footprints on the floor. Like
You should deputize this.
dirt.
You definitely.
Hey,
know that.
just don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's fine. And the only way in is going to be either this window or if someone wants to try lockpick in the front door, as he says.
I mean, we are deputies now. We could just kick in the door. But police.
No, we don't do things
No.
like that in this town. We don't operate like that. You big city boys come down here.
I could give him the old Hollywood hello.
We're
Give
doing
him,
that in my town.
give him the old Hollywood hello. Put the door in.
Does anyone have locksmith? 'Cause I do not.
I do not. I've got the one.
Well, now, see here, Sheriff. You sure it's all right if I go ahead and give this a go? I don't want to be breaking no laws.
Don't worry about. I'll cover for you. I'll cover for you. Don't you worry about
Yeah,
that.
all right then. Because I do have
So you go around,
locksmith.
Check you
I go
out.
around to the front door, and we'll try the front door. But the sheriff says I'll stay near the window in case. if
Now,
there's
y'all
somebody
understand,
inside
I
that
just
tries
do
to
this
run.
as a hobby. I don't do it because I'm breaking any laws or anything like this. It's a hobby. You understand?
Hobby of breaking indoors. Okay.
No, I didn't succeed anyway. Well, this one's beyond me. Like I said, it's a hobby.
Clearly.
You don't want to push it, or you don't want to spend your luck.
I'm not spending 43 luck, no.
On a door.
Out of my 50, no.
On a door.
Well, as you're doing that, the sheriff gently scrambles through the window and he sort of pushes it open. So if you guys want to go in behind, you're more than welcome to.
I went behind him once to talk about
I'll wait
Go
for
behind.
somebody to open the front door.
Can we check to see if the front door's open?
The front door is not open.
I'll climb in through the window.
Oh.
I do this all the time in Hollywood.
Window.
Yeah,
You're
we
killing me with it in Hollywood.
So
Because
you're
at best
waiting
you're
at
like
the-
a local star, right? Like you've never been. to
Because-
Hollywood.
Are you
Well, here's the thing with actors.
waiting
We
near
have
the
to.
front door?
We learn a little bit of every skill. Because I have to be able to convincingly do it on set.
Or you lie about every skill?
Well, somebody went to the
Um,
front, so I'll go around to the back and then wait for somebody
Okay.
to open that door, but that
Yeah,
way I'll be covered.
You can do that. You go around to the back, and you actually, as you go around the back, Molly, you also see the mound.
Okay, well, I don't want to look at that right now.
And it calls to
When
you.
you're on your own.
Well, I'm gonna show you anyway. Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. I'll show it anyway
Make a sanity roll.
because you see it.
Roll
Make
for
it-
sanity.
One second. It's gone now. I'll show you in a second. But yeah, you creep round to the back. Are you looking in the windows as you do this, or are you just going to the back door?
Just trying to make sure that if somebody comes out the back door, that I can have a chance at tackling them.
So you like covering the back door sort of thing. But you see this mound, and it's a big, just a big pile of. From this distance, it looks like dirt, but could be something else. So in the house, Sheriff and Gatlin and JJ, you are in the bathroom, and the sheriff, he's like, JJ, you know all the hand signals for law enforcement,
Yeah.
and he's
So do I, obviously.
doing all this and pointing to the door. Obviously, Gatlin with his extensive Hollywood training.
Extensive knowledge of everything. Yeah.
He opens the.
proceed to also pull out my gun.
You've got your gun as well, yeah? He pushes the door open to the bedroom and the three of you enter. And the musty smell of the house, it smells like wet soil, wet dirt. You notice that the carpets are all stained and sort of mud clots cover most of the carpet. It looks like it's just not very nice. There are garden tools scattered all over the furniture that cannot be lifted up or taken with you.
They're stuck to the couch. Oh.
And the sheriff does tell you that he said that he'd already searched this place the night before, but this night, as you three enter this bedroom from this ensuite, you see a shape on the bed. And it sees you.
What?
Oh, I don't like that.
Is it laying on the bed? Is it sitting at the edge of the bed? Is it like
It's
standing
laying
on the bed? Like, what?
Is it a good boy?
It's laying on the bed.
It's obviously a dog. Is it a good boy?
I'm just thinking whether we should take a 5-minute break and then we find out when
It
we
sounds
come
like
back.
we probably should. 'Cause it sounds like they're about to.
Well, if you're thinking
run
we
into
should, then
some
we
shit.
probably should.
So, yes, we'll take 5 minutes and we'll be back in a tick.
See you soon.
And we are back already. So, when we left off, you had just entered the bedroom
And there's
at
something.
Ellis Loughty's house.
And there's something on the bed.
There's something on the bed. Looking, it's dark in the room. Curtains are pulled. You can see it's the shape of. It looks human, but it saw you, and in the blink of an eye, you see the covers or the quilt off the bed gets thrown into the air, and this shape jumps up and sprints for the door, pushing past the sheriff. And he scrambles and he goes to chase, and this thing runs to the front door. And Gatlin, you see, and JJ, you notice as this person sprints out the room, it looks like it's a young man, maybe early 20s. But it all happens like in a flash. Outside, Boone is waiting by the front door. You suddenly hear the door crackling and you know the handle moving, and the door bursts open, and you see a young, like I say, early 20s. He's dishevelled. He looks rough. His clothes are tatty. His hair's a mess. For all intents and purposes, he looks like a homeless person.
But I thought.
Hold on now, son. Hold on. I'll try and stop.
Are you gonna try and grab him? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Give us. Would that be a power roll, I think, or dex?
To grab him, no. It'd probably be
Strength or power,
dexterity or strength, and yeah,
Strength.
and it would be opposed if he was trying to not be caught. It would be an opposed thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, give us a strength roll, Boone, and I'll show this person to
Oh,
good folks at home. Nice. That was a good one.
it's pretty decent.
And you guys as well.
It's just a crackhead, opportunist, homeless person, using the opportunity because the guy's deed. He's like, oh yes, free gaff. There's a deed. That guy's deed. Nobody bought the house yet. Free gaff.
Yeah.
Oh, his name's Junkie
Yeah, you
J.
definitely,
Yeah, I was right. I nailed it.
So I assume he's wearing clothes.
He's just tatted. He just looks. His hair's straggly.
Yeah.
He looks.
So I like
rough,
grab the back of his like, I got one, got a runner.
and he's panicking.
Calm down now, son. Calm down.
Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! And the sheriff and Gatlin and JJ come out of the house.
Yeah, I'll follow the sheriff.
And the sheriff immediately recognises him as Junkie J.
Chunky J.
Junkie J, he explains that he's like the local addict. He doesn't really get into trouble. He doesn't really cause trouble. He's just the local mess up addict, crackhead, as Gatlin said.
Right.
But
it's-
he's
it's
flailing. No! Just get off me! Get off me! Get off me! And he's tugging. He's trying to get away from you.
It's the early 80s. It's the good old days when you only had one mad crackhead in the town, eh?
Boy, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Molly,
Calm
Well
down.
known.
Actually, I tell you what, Molly, give us a. You could decide either persuade or psychology.
Skittles. Let's see. What are those numbers? Persuade is 60, and my psychology is 25. So let's go for the bigger one. On down there, son. No.
Ooh. So you try to calm him down, but he's not having any of it. He's flailing. He's throwing his arms up.
Ow. I'm quite charismatic. I'd like to try and calm down. Now, calm down, son. Listen, you're not going to be in any trouble. Talk to the sheriff. You're not going. He's not going to be in any major trouble, is he, sheriff? You can calm down, son. It's okay. It's all good. Listen,
Yeah.
the sheriff's.
You have to roll for this, you know.
Yeah,
Give me a roll.
The sheriff's a good man. He's just gonna make sure. He's gonna see you all right. Don't worry. Aye,
And
aye.
Sheriff stood with his hand out to Jay, and he's sort of trying to calm him down. Jay,
Oh, I have got a
you know.
decent persuade. I'm in Hollywood, of course I have. There you go.
Oh, nice.
And it works.
Stick the Hollywood
Works.
touch.
And Jay believes you, and he does calm down, and Boone's still got hold of him, and he's still trying to get you off him. Help me. I'm not going anywhere.
Listen,
All right.
Do you let him
I'll
go? I was going to say, do you let him go? So yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna run.
Here he goes. Straightens his jacket and stuff.
it's just
I didn't
an
mean any.
opportunist.
I didn't mean any harm.
Yeah, you're just an opportunist person. Saw a nice warm bed for the night when a man wasn't in his house anymore. We understand.
Well, when he died, Ellis lived there alone, and when he died, I just thought it'd be a place to, like it was a free motel room. I mean, you can see all the dirt inside, and that mound in the yard. It's something strange about it, because last night I woke up. I'm sure I heard something outside, and I looked out. I pulled the curtains back, and there was a man out there, baseball cap on. He had a big coat, and he was putting the dirt into some box. And ever since then, I've just had these recurring thoughts, and when I got back to sleep, I had a nightmare, and I was gonna go today anyway, man. That dead man's house freaks me out.
I understand, son. It was a roof over your head when you ain't got one. I appreciate you was just trying to get warm for the night, but maybe a newly dead man's house isn't the best place for you to be sleeping tonight.
I
son.
understand that.
Maybe under the
I
bridge
get
would be
that, I get
better
that.
tonight. Listen, you didn't take anything out of the man's house, did you?
No. There wasn't anything in there to take, but no, I swear.
It's just you
He
in
looks
there.
at the sheriff. Sheriff, yeah, just me. Sheriff, I won't come back. I swear, I didn't mean anything by it.
You don't have a little
was just a
pregnant
place to
girlfriend
sleep.
in there, do you?
No, man, no. What I'm talking about, no. Absolutely. Sheriff, and the sheriff sort of nods at you guys.
Do we check his pockets?
Sheriff's of the mind to to let him go, and he does say to him, as long as you didn't steal anything, Jay, I'm gonna need to check your pockets. And he frantically pulls his, look, I didn't take anything, I've got nothing on me, look, I'm just gonna need to go and find something to eat. And are you letting him go, or the sheriff is of the mind to let him go?
I'll pull out a hot wing and hand him one hot wing.
Have you just got some in your handbag? Amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
It's just an opportunist, the homeless person trying to get a bed for that. It's exactly what I thought at first. Poor kid. Drugs is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
And he sprints off down the street, haggard and wet, and leaves you to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and start investigating the rest of the house. So I've only seen the bedroom so far.
Alright, so you're going into the house. What are the rest of you
I'll
doing?
go back in through the door this time, no the windy.
Yeah.
Same.
I'll go
I'll
back
go
in
in through
and
the
I'll
front door and
just-
take a look around.
Probably not another person hiding in there, so we'll go
One would
investigate.
hope not.
He said it was just him. I did ask.
So are you all going into the house, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, I am. Yeah.
Okay. And JJ? House?
Yeah, I'm going,
Still got my gun.
going into the house.
Okay.
Pretty sure I've got a gun.
So you all go into the well, it leads into the living room, and again, it's just for want of a better word, a shit tip. There's mud everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's these garden amenities around.
Cool.
Yeah. Why are all these gardening tools inside?
like
Why is there
shovels
mud all
and-
over the place.
I mean, like shovels and rakes and hose and stuff. And
Just,
dirt.
yeah, just random watering can and stuff you'd find in a shed, maybe in a garden.
Aye, gardening stuff, gardening gear.
And you can
Well, it looks
see,
Trying to clean up the place, so maybe this was the best pieced together thing that you decided to put everything in here.
But there was dirt. The dirt's in the house.
In the living room, Molly?
there's dirt in
Come
the
on.
house all
This ain't
over
normal.
the carpet, and you can see, because of the house isn't huge, you can see there's the trodden path from the back door. So someone coming in and out. It's almost like they've worn a patch into the carpet, but it's all muddy and horrible.
Aye, okay.
So he must have investigated the mound, maybe?
Yeah, I think we're
Well,
gonna.
Ellis was frantically digging at the mound. I did show you this, didn't I, Molly?
I think we're gonna have to investigate the mound ourselves.
So let's take some of the diggy stuff that he was using to investigate the mound with us.
I'll grab a shovel. You're right.
You can grab a shovel and grab a rake or a hoe or a trowel. You'll find these things knocking around inside and outside. So
I'll grab the
wanna
biggest,
do,
heaviest shovel, Dave, in case I need to
Hang
do
on.
some real heavy digging.
hang on, go on, Lewis, JJ.
Yeah, I just want to. Well, there's already a bunch of things of interest, but I just want to do a quick sweep or just a glance to see if there's just anything else like out of the ordinary other than all this. But
I'm not going to make you roll for it because there's not. It is
okay.
literally a bare bones house. There's a mucky sofa. I mean, this guy was, when these mounds appeared, he started to almost, almost every town and city's got that one guy that's just obsessed with something, and everyone takes a wide berth from them. He wasn't living great. He was just living the
Crazy Joe.
basic.
It was this town's Crazy Joe.
He was just obsessed with this mound, so he probably didn't sleep well, or he was just constantly in and out of his house just digging or whatever he was doing. So there's not much inside.
Okay.
And the sheriff's still with you as well, and he's sort of like explains all this to you, saying, yeah, he was a very simple guy, and I don't know, there's not really anything out of place.
And it was about a
apart
month
from the
ago.
modern stuff like that.
It was about a month ago this mound appeared.
The mound, I can't remember what I said.
You said at the start of June 1981 things
A
started
month,
happening.
so that was when a month ago, Ellis found this mound in his garden. That's when he started to get old. So he's had a good few weeks of
I'll ask the sheriff,
going at this.
have you had a look at the mound, Sheriff? Have you poked around in the dirt a bit at all?
Not really, just because it seemed to be pile of dirt.
But
No.
this kid
And
that there was somebody was packing the dirt into a box, and somebody's walking that dirt in and out of this house constantly. I think we should go and have a look at that dirt.
Well, I think the dirt in the house has come from Ellis as he's coming in and out of his house. I mean, I'm not one to. We can't arrest people for bringing dirt into the homes.
No, but the people are obsessed with the mound of earth outside. Like Ellis was obsessed with the mound apparently. Somebody was in about it last night. I think we should go and have a look at this mound of earth, see what the fuss is all about. Surely.
Yeah, we can go and take a look.
Yeah, I think you should probably roll the camera for this, Bob. I'll tell Bob to roll the camera. What was his name, Bob?
Bob.
Your
My
cameraman
driver.
is Bob, yeah.
Bob, aye. Bob, put the camera on for this, just in case there's something interesting here. You never know, we might get a show out of this.
I just wanted to check the house to see if he had had a crank camera that he might have taken pictures of anything.
Ellis, as in Ellis, the owner of the house.
Yeah.
There's no pictures, nothing,
No camera, no pictures.
anything like that. But are you going outside?
Aye.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and I'll go with my camera as well.
You snapping away like paparazzi, taking
Yep.
shots.
Well, yeah,
And the
I've
sheriff
also got
says
a
to
camera.
you when you do that, just be respectful, guys. This is somebody's or was somebody's private home.
Of course, of course.
Now, Sheriff, you know I don't play around with my stories. I'll be honest, I'll be respectful, but I will get to the truth.
Well, we'll see. And you all step into the garden, and it's about an acre of land, and it's
Okay.
got an old split rail fence. And yeah, in the middle of the garden, you see the mound, which I'll show you all now.
A big mound.
It's a mound.
And it looks exactly like what I drew.
And
But-
in the middle,
Bigger than a
It's-
Are
mound.
we
like-
sure this
as
is
you-
not just one big old pile of manure?
oh well, you tell me. You get close to it.
That's for
That
other
looks
people to
like
do. I don't do this kind of work.
It does
So-
look like very dark earth. I mean, normally dirt is
It's-
just dirt color.
As you get a bit closer, you can see it's earth. There's detached roots in there. There's bits of gravel in there. You can see a few worms in there. Clumps of fecal matter, for want of a better word.
Jobby, clips of
Yeah,
Jobby.
Yum.
you're getting a strong stench of like ammonia and decay. And again, there's garden tools are laid out around the garden. There's pitchforks, and shovels. All got broke. Some of them have got broken handles because Ellis was using them
Oh,
that aggressively.
okay.
As some have got a sticky rust-coloured oil smeared on them.
That's
Is anyone
interesting.
examining the mound closely?
It's interesting that you say that. Well,
Closer?
I'm going to take this. Well, I've got the
Yeah.
shovel that I took from the house. I'm going to go in and examine the mound a bit closer. Sorry, Adrian. Go ahead, mate.
I'll also examine the mound.
Okay.
I mean, while I'm taking pictures, I'm obviously getting close to it, and when I start to see interesting objects, I suppose I would be kind of leaning into it, getting close. I'm not touching it though.
Picked
So,
up so I'll poke at it a bit.
I'm going to put gloves on.
so let's say you can all make a
Spot hidden.
not spot hidden. No, it's
Natural
going to
world.
be.
So we're digging a
That's
bit
what.
in there.
That's yeah. Natural world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I have that?
Everybody has 10, I think. At least. Oh, 89 from me, your boy. I'm not used to digging in the dirt.
Yeah, I don't appear to have that at all.
you not?
Should have. It's an
Not
everybody.
listed on mine.
Everybody's got.
It's an everybody scale. Everybody has natural. It's above navigate, below medicine.
Alphabetical order.
Oh no, you haven't got it, Ryan. Oh.
No, I haven't got it.
I-
I know how letters work.
Yeah.
I don't have medicine either.
I wasn't trying to imply that you don't, Brian. I
No, I know.
I'm saying it is that even I found it, so surely it
No,
must
it's
be there
fine.
if I found
don't-
it.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Maybe you're an alien.
You have it now.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Maybe you're
From a
not from
different
here.
world.
Yeah, from a different world, different planet. I'm on to you.
Maybe I should have unnatural world. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Found
Oh,
it.
things-
I'll get it now.
I guess
Yeah.
they're now starting to pop in.
Nah, nobody's getting that. Nobody's getting close to that.
Okay. If he wants to spend any luck, no? So,
Oh, nah. Don't think so.
Had
Not
like
that much.
I don't think I have 79,
You-
mate.
you're not... you're not sure what the mound is made up of, apart from obviously the dirt, and you can spot all those sorts of stuff, but looking around, you think, how has this got... There's no obvious, like, hole where it's been dug. You know, if you dig a hole, the dirt's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, like a molehill,
There's
there'll be a
no
little
obvious
hole in the
hole for
middle of it.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, although you weren't successful with those roles, you do realise you're not daft. You do realise that this is not. There's no normal explanation for how this kind of mound came to be, or erupted out of the earth, or whatever. And you all, well, actually, I'll leave that bit out. It's nothing terrible. So yeah.
I want to specifically examine round the edges of it. I want to like poke into it, like you know, picture a molehill. There will be a hole, but the hole might be concealed by dirt falling back in over it. So I want to like poke around the edges and move dirt around to try and find a hole. And if I don't find a hole, picture like the edge of it. I want to poke around at the end and see if there's like loose soil underneath, or if it's just like hard ground and then this dirt is like it's been dropped onto this place rather than it's erupted from under the ground, is what I mean. Do you know what I mean?
So I think so.
Is there solid? Is it
which
just
I'm not
solid
gonna make you
ground
roll for.
on the flat level underneath it? Is it just solid ground, or is
So
there
you're sort
loose
of
dirt
poking
underneath
around
it?
and
Yeah.
see if there's anything underneath. So you're doing that. What's Boone doing?
I mean, Boone is just really just taking pictures. He's not getting too close to this thing because he doesn't understand it. He's waiting for, other people to do the work.
I feel like this dirt didn't come from here. Like it's been dropped from the sky from a helicopter. Like somebody's just went by in a helicopter. You know how you drop bags of water for forest fires? It's like somebody's just dropped a bag of dirt on the yard rather than it's come up
It's
from
not
the
even
ground.
just like normal dirt-colored dirt. It's really dark. It almost looks like.
That is, I mean, it's just a sepia picture of that is,
I
but
think
yes,
it's just a
it
black and white
is.
picture.
Yeah.
It's a big pile of dirt.
What's JJ doing?
I am, how to put it, not comprehending this mound since I didn't get natural world, but I guess I look around the area, see if there's like anything else.
Okay. And what's Molly doing?
Is there a shed or something else back there? I mean, I poked around and didn't see anything.
So we'll go. Yeah. So there's no shed that you can see in the garden. You obviously all this land, but there's this massive mound of earth. But all the tools are just scattered around it. You don't see a shed.
Oh, they've given us a million tools, and while this is a big mound, we could move it. We could totally just dig the whole
Could
thing.
if you wanted to dig it up. It'd take you a while, but you could excavate the mound if you wanted to.
See if there's like you wanted to see if something was underneath it from the edge, but we could just totally move.
We could
this
just move the
mound,
whole mound of earth. Between the bunch of us, it might take a couple of hours, but if the four of us had a shovel each, we probably could excavate this mound and move it in a couple of hours. Do we
Yeah.
think?
But why?
It's a
Just to see
thought.
what's underneath it.
All right.
To see if there's something underneath it.
So Boone is there snapping away, he's taking pictures. You may, I assume he'd be like making notes with your notepad and pencil as
Oh,
well.
So I'll
Yeah.
not be doing the actual digging though. Bob will be doing the digging. I'll be telling Bob to put his back into it, and you're doing it all wrong. And bend your knees, know your back, and I'll be giving Bob mental encouragement.
Your tapping around doesn't reveal anything out of the ordinary or special. There's ground underneath. There's no like big dip of a hole or anything like that.
Aye. So, but is it
so,
hard ground underneath,
Are you all
like the dirt's been dropped from the sky, or is there loose ground underneath, like this dirt came up from under the ground? Is what I'm asking.
Like a layer of grass or something.
Yeah, so is there
You'd
like a
have to start digging to
is
find
there
out.
like a lawn or something just underneath it? Well, that's why I went to the edge to dig away at the edge a bit to see if it was just
to
like
the edge? Yeah, it's just normal ground. The
aye.
edge
So
is-
there's
it-
not
yeah,
loose dirt
so-
under this, so it's not. It looks more like it's been dropped from the sky by a helicopter than it's come up through the ground.
That's an assumption you can make.
No, I don't mean it. I'm not assuming it's been dropped from the sky by a helicopter, but do you know what I mean? Like it's imported. This
Oh,
dirt is
theory. That's a theory. Yeah, it's a possibility. Like I say, you can excavate it, you can move it. Sorry, Molly. No, me say again.
The shape of it is sort of truck shape, you know, like a truck could have just
Like
dumped
it's
it
been
right there.
like it's been dumped.
Aye. I mean, here's the thing. That's what it looked like if somebody just reversed up in a truck with a truck full of dirt and then just lifted the bed and emptied it out. That's exactly what it would look like, eh? It's like somebody's drove by, reversed up, dumped some dirt. That's the most likely thing to have happened here. But why? And why are people obsessed with the dirt? Is it some special dirt? Is something buried underneath it? I think we should excavate it, see if there's something buried underneath it.
Or in the process
ahead.
of just in the whole thing 10 feet, if there is something inside the dirt, we'll find it. So let's just start shoveling over, and I just start going at it and start clicking it over
There
one
you
side.
go.
Okay, and so does Bob.
Okay.
Bob
So you start
Bob's-
digging.
Bob starts digging as well, putting his back into it while I encourage him.
So it is going to take a few hours. It's like I say, it's a big pile, but you can get cracking on with the shoveling this dirt.
I got some of the chest pie in a bag to go, and I got a thermos of coffee. And I've got an umbrella, so I'm fine. It's Bob that's doing the digging.
Poor Bob. The sheriff sort of. I'll leave you guys to it. I'm just gonna go and chat to Tolo. Tolo is Ellis's neighbour, and he heads out.
Oh, I would have liked to have been privy to that conversation. Can I come with you, Sheriff? While Bob does the digging on my behalf.
More than welcome to.
I would like to be privy to that conversation if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I've got maybe
You're
a couple. I
going
might
up there
even
with
have a
the
couple
sheriff?
of questions for him myself, if that'd be all right, Sheriff.
Absolutely, that's what I brought you for.
Thank you.
I'll go
Yeah.
with them as well.
Oh, you coming as well, Boone?
Right.
Okie dokie.
Bob, that means the digging team's one down, so you're gonna have to dig twice as hard, Bob. Good man, thank you. He's never
I'll help
finished.
with the digging.
Good
Sorry,
man.
Adrian, what's Lewis doing?
I'll help with the digging.
You're going to help with the digging. Okay, so
If
we will. You guys head off up the road to Tolo's house.
listen, while I'm away,
it's not-
Officer Lewis, while I'm away, if Bob slacks at all in the digging, let me know, okay? You better be working hard.
Oh, dear, he's an employee, man.
He's well paid. He'll work hard.
So you go up to Ellis's house. A very similar sized house, bit further up the road. Bit differently because he's not doing his up, so it's a bit more well to do. And the sheriff bangs on the door, and how do we describe him? He is a sort of 80s. I'm going to use the term He's an ex-engineer. I don't know how to describe him. I don't want to use the word nerd because it's. I don't want it to sound like it's a put down because I'm a nerd, but you could almost use the stereotypical nerd.
Stereotypical IT engineer
that-
type. Like,
Proud of being a nerd.
me too. Yeah.
But I'm proud to be a nerd as well. But yeah,
My glasses
and
are
he
just as
answers
thick
his door,
as says
and
these
he's
days. There's no
polite.
shame.
There's no shame at
There's
all.
no shame.
But that's how he describes it in the story, so I felt quite bad saying it. But he's polite, and he is Polish, and he speaks with quite a thick Polish accent. And well, I'll let you do the questioning. What would you like to ask?
So where exactly did you find the body? Was it lying? Was he lying next to the mound where you spotted him?
Ellis, I won't try and do the accent because I don't want to insult any Polish people. Ellis, yeah, he became obsessed with this mound, and I'd not seen him for a while because I didn't really want to bother him, but I'd not seen him for a while, so I went round to check on him, and yeah, I found him in the garden, so I contacted the sheriff. And
he was just lying there.
He was a good guy. Yeah. He was covered in dirt. And I didn't stick around to see, and to when I went to ring the sheriff, obviously they came round and made it a crime scene. So I told them everything, and I can't. Well, you know, I made friends with Ellis when he first moved in, and I was helping him fix his house up from time to time. He was a good guy. He liked to take a shortcut like most young guys, but yeah, he was a good guy.
What do you mean?
What? What's up? What?
Said he
Shortcuts. On like fixing his house, and he tried to do things incorrectly, and
do you think he might have
cutting corners.
Do you think he might have fell off his roof or something?
Well, I think the sheriff mentioned that something about his body seemed more decayed or something. And I don't want to get into that, but
we heard something about that. Like it was more rotted than it should have been, more decomposed.
Something, yeah. I mean, I've only go off what I heard, and the sheriff sort of nodding along with it.
You saw the body. Was that something that you noticed? Was that visibly noticeable
I didn't see it. I was too upset at the time, and I ran inside to ring the sheriff, and then I didn't go back outside until the sheriff's.
And you're not a law
his
enforcement
deputy got
officer.
here.
You're not a law enforcement officer or a medical professional or a Hollywood actor. So I wouldn't expect you to.
I'm an
to be looking for
ex-engineer.
For the Hollywood actor.
I'm a retired engineer.
Exactly. You're not a medic. You're not a surgeon. You're not going to be knowing what a decomposed body looks like.
I can't stand those Hollywood types anyway. They're too full of themselves, and they think they're better than everyone else. Nah, not for me. Those guys.
Well, you're right about that. Well,
you are right. They are better than other types.
Here's the thing: when you found him, anything else strange that you can remember?
Well, it was in mid-June. And Ellis told me about this mound in his yard, and
what did he say?
I thought he just said this mound of soil had appeared in his garden, and I told him it was probably just a burst pipe or something, and told him to check with the county clerk's office to see if the sewer pipes ran under his property. And then a few days after that, he came back and he was begging to borrow because I've got sort of heavier tools because of my engineering background, which I reluctantly agreed to let him use. And then I stopped round his house the next day to see how he was getting on, and he was like a wild animal. He was drooling and sort of frothing at the mouth, and he was pointing at the mound. And he was screaming, saying, "This man's talking to me. He talks to me at night time." And I just thought he was just a drunken lunatic. And I don't drink. I've got no patience. My father was a drinker. I've got no time for people that imbibe, especially to that level. And I just left him to himself. I mean, he wouldn't talk to me. I just left him. And it was a few days after that I went round to check up on him, and I found his corpse. It was at the top of the mound, sorry, not next to the mound.
He was on top of it.
I mean, it didn't look normal. It looked like I've seen it in TV shows and movies where there's been a decomposed corpse, and it looked like it had been for a week, but I didn't examine it. I just ran in, called the sheriff.
I mean,
It looked like
that was
something been at it, something been eaten at it.
I don't know.
I look at the
It just-
sheriff too.
It just looked wrong, and the sheriff, he sort of, it was just very weird that the body had decomped from the time frame.
it was composting. It
Solo
was,
here says
it's like it was on top of a compost heap, and
found-
it was composting the body.
Well, he was there for a few days. I mean, it looked like weeks. He'd only been dead a few days, according to when Solo had seen him last alive, and to when he found him.
A couple of days you didn't come out of the house to like get your mail or something and notice that he was there?
You're digging at the other house?
Oh, sorry.
So and also I figure it's round the back of the house anyway. So as he's coming out the front of his house, he's not going to see him.
It's around the
'cause
back of the house, and
around
it's
the back of the
probably
house,
like
I would think,
several
yeah.
hundred yards at least between them. if
Yeah,
we're
he's
talking
in the,
about
Yeah, they're not
houses,
they're not directly
a
across the
rural
street
area.
from each other. One is up the road
Yeah.
a bit from the other.
yeah.
Yeah, so you'd
and
have to
so-
go out
and
his way to
Solo-
see him.
He does say, he keeps going back to, I'm telling you, it was a burst pipe. It was a burst pipe, and it was a natural occurrence, and it just sent him
Why are
over
you
the
so
edge for some
certain of that?
strange reason. Because I'm an ex-engineer. I know how these things work.
What kind of gas is in the sewers underneath this town that's so toxic that it kills a man
Well, sewer pipes.
or drives a
run all
man
over
crazy?
cities and water pipes.
I heard about another man in this town going crazy, saying it's his mound, and no one's to go near it.
Oh no, you're talking about Royce.
Yeah, so
Joe Royce is
if
a different level of crazy. Joe Royce is it's not the mound that made Royce crazy. It's he was already almost there
But,
with his.
regardless,
I mean,
the
Royce is
mound.
a violent man.
Regardless, the mound appears to have made at least one person go crazy. So if that's a burst gas pipe or a burst pipe underneath that, how toxic is whatever that is coming out of that burst pipe that it's driving people that crazy?
Well, the sheriff steps up, and he says, "You mentioned this before, Tolo, and we checked it with the county clerk, and we cross-checked the designs of the town, and there's no map." There's no match with Nolan Gap sewer system that it runs under any of these properties. And with that, Solo said, "Well, I've told you everything I know, gents. I am really sorry about Ellis's death." And he shuts the door.
And he seems genuine.
Goes back into his house. Yeah, he's not, he's polite, he's
So
calm, he's not frustrated, he's upset that his friend has died.
I'd like to
That's
roll
it.
this, Dave. So this is like
Whoa,
Do-
whoa, whoa,
do I-
whoa, whoa, what are you doing?
rolling psychology. It's the roll for bullshit in Call of Cthulhu. Do I think he's lying, or do I think the things he's telling me are genuine?
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Well, I'd like
He-
to ask you a very specific question, and I'd like you to answer it truthfully, if you could.
So you're not
Is he
back on the door
cultist
then,
that is
and
rising?
he comes back out.
No, I'm just.
'Cause
I'm
he
joking.
did. Back at the so we're gonna say an hour and a half has passed, maybe.
Sure. Get over there and talk to him. Yeah.
Ooh, don't do that. No. It's And then, so you guys have been digging for an hour and a half, and you've not moved the entire mound, but you've got a good chunk of the first bit away. And you, as you're digging, you feel there's like a clink. One of your shovels hits something, and you scramble it up. This is obviously happening while these guys are talking. By the way, this is sort of the same time frame. And you uncover it's a broken pipe, a few feet under the ground, about a foot diameter. It's made from wooden slats, so it's actually, if you could picture an old type pipe that's made of wood.
Oh.
You know, it's got like, it's all slats that are all, and then they're sort of bound together.
Oh, I see. I can picture exactly what you're saying.
It's like petrified wood. And if one of you, you could both make a history roll, please.
Seems unlikely. Nope.
Fail for Molly. Adrian, have you got history, or is that another one I've missed off?
Oh, no, I got one. Nope.
Jeez.
Oh, no.
Even worse.
It's all right. So it's not going to do any
Oh,
damage to you, this one.
It wasn't a horrible fumble, so it's not that bad.
You don't know what this pipe is. You don't recognize it. It's just a wooden pipe sticking out of the ground. One of you surmises that it might be something that someone's tried to build at some point, like for a homemade well or something like that.
Or maybe
you
like
have no idea.
gold kind of like sluice kind of thing.
Yeah, possibly, but you can't be sure. You don't know.
That's what I thought of when you said wooden pipes was a gold sluice. That's what I was picturing.
So, are you two carrying on digging, or?
Sure, all day long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep digging.
We'll go back to the guys up at Tolo's house. And as you guys finish questioning Tolo, the sheriff says, "Well, I need to head back to the station again to check on my deputy. Are you guys going to be headed to Carlson's house soon, or?"
Yeah, I imagine we'll hit Carlson's. I don't know if I want to deal with this violent person.
Royce. Yeah,
Yeah, we're trying to avoid Royce.
One.
If we can avoid Royce, I think we're going to try to. We've not heard anything good about that chap. And if this mound,
he's a
if these
special
mounds, if these gas leaks or whatever they are driving people crazy, and he's already a crazy, and he's like, "Get off my property, don't fuck with my mound," kind of crazy. Maybe we don't want to go and visit him if we can help it. Get off my mound! Could totally picture
Are you
him.
heading back to tell the others where you're going, or are you just going straight there?
Oh, I wanted to go back and see how they're doing on the mound. I'm not going to go without them.
Yeah,
Plus,
no,
we're
I
in the
was
same
I'll
vehicle,
go
so-
back. Well, my cameraman's doing the digging with them, so definitely going back there
Very
first.
true.
Yeah.
Very true. All right, so you guys head back. Sheriff gets in his squad car, drives away, and you see Molly and JJ Lewis and Bob digging away at this hole.
Doing a great job there, Bob.
Great
Keep it
job,
up.
Bob. Great job, guys. You find anything?
This wooden sluice-looking thing here, I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe you could ask the neighbor if he has like some lemonade or something he could bring us. It's kind of hot out here after a couple hours of digging.
That's a good point. Bob, run over to the neighbour's house
As
and
you
ask for
two
some
guys,
lemonade.
sorry, mate. Go on.
I was just going to tell
Probably
Bob to go and
not
run to the neighbour's house and ask for some lemonade. Go ahead.
Then we
Poor
just,
Bob.
then we just
Bob
get
the
some from the
skivvy.
tap over here.
You found a tap? There you go.
I mean, from like
Um,
inside this house.
As you two enter the
Yeah.
garden,
Sure he's got
or the
water.
yard, can Gatlin and Boone give me a spot hidden? please?
Okay.
Aye, aye.
I've got a decent spot hidden. Yeah. I've just rolled under it.
Oh, look at that. Okay. So Boone, yeah, I think your head's still taking notes and
Uh-huh.
snapping pictures so you don't spot. But Gatlin, at the bottom of the garden,
Yep.
where the fence is, there's trees.
Yep.
And as you are talking to Molly about and Bob about the digging of the hole and what they found, you swear you see the outline of a person who's just stood there watching you.
Does he
It
have
looks
a
like they've got something in the hand.
Does he have a baseball cap on or like a Frank the Rabbit head?
You can't quite see from this
What did
distance.
you just say about his hand? Obviously, Boone can't see this, but you said
Got,
something about
you
his
said
hand?
he's got something in his
He's
hand.
got
eh?
something in his hand.
bet it's a machete.
Is it a machete? Thank you, Brian.
And as you step closer to do that, this I'm going to call it the shape. For those that have seen that particular film, you'll know why. Steps behind the tree and goes out of sight again.
Whoa, who's there? Sheriff, sheriff. There's someone's watching us from in the trees over there. Look. Oh, the sheriff's away. Shit.
Shh.
The sheriff's
Sheriff's not
away.
really,
Yeah. Boys, Officer Lewis. There's someone over in the trees over there watching us. Look over there. They've just nipped out of sight, and I'm gonna point.
Get after him, Maxon.
All right, let's get after him, officer. Come on, Adrian, officer. Let's get after him.
Alright.
Are you going down to the tree where you saw the thing?
Only if the actual policeman's coming as well. I'm
Yeah.
a wee bit scared. I am, but I'm like,
If you're calling out that somebody's there, I'll run with you.
yeah, right, okay. And if I see that you guys are coming, I'll go. Yeah, I'm a bit scared to go on my own. It's a bit scary, but he's a real policeman, so if he's coming,
You
I'll
guys
go.
sprint down to where you swear you saw this thing.
I've got a gun. I'll pull the
But
gun
there's
out.
nothing there. There's nothing there. You look around the tree and you do see on the floor though there is some footprints
Who's
that
there?
have just headed off across the field and vanished.
I'm out now.
Police, come out.
No one's hiding.
Yeah.
The footprints have gone. Whatever or whoever was there is no longer there.
I think we should follow
Can I
these
attempt
footprints.
to,
Yeah, you bet. Keep running.
Track, can I track the footprints that we see on the ground, or
You could try.
Remember
You can
last
give us a
time-
track roll.
Remember last time we did tracking, Adrian? You can, but I'm not gonna.
okay, good. You know what?
Only one.
I-
It came.
I'll leave this to you two. I'm gonna go back to Molly and take a look at this mound some more.
I'll burn the one luck.
You do manage to track
I'll
the
follow you.
footprints. Sorry, you're following. Okay, so you do manage, and you're using all your the stuff they taught you at the academy and a bit of hunting that you may have done with your old man. You do manage to track these footprints, but they get to a sort of ridge line of the field, which then turns to gravel, and the footprints you can't see them anymore. Well, you can see them. They sort of head off towards town, but because it's a gravel path, the
Yeah,
dirt is
those-
obviously knocked off as this person's moving, and
Also-
you lose track after a few feet.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's the gravel. I don't know if it's the gravel or him, but he's not heavy-footed, so
Yeah,
lost him.
I think we lost them. Let's get back to the house. See how they're getting on with the hole. With the mound.
Alright, so you go back, and Molly still digging. I take it,
Yeah.
and Molly's making this this pile smaller, and there's a bigger pile next to that one. It's sort of moving it to just to one side. You found this pipe that you don't know what it is.
I did mention it to the other people in case they recognized what type of thing it was.
Yeah, I
You
wanted
did?
to check out the pipe because I came back before they went off tracking.
The first time I told them what I thought it was and asked if they knew what it was.
Give us a history check, Boone.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
So yeah, you recognise this thing straight away. You recognise this is a stave-style sewer pipe, which was common in the mid to late 1800s.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So it is a sewer pipe, but unfortunately, it's not likely to be part of any modern sewer system.
Right.
So even though it's a nice historical find, it's not the culprit.
Well, that is interesting indeed, Miss Molly.
Golly, Miss Molly. Oh, what are you doing? Are you going on to Carlson's house, or are you staying, or?
I think we do
I
need
mean,
to go.
we can't go anywhere until they're back.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
You two
we're,
headed back.
we're on
Yeah.
our way back to the house. Yeah. But I think we should go to see that other mount next.
Well, I got another idea.
Carlson's.
Oh yeah.
Why don't y'all take me back to the hotel? I need to look into some records.
That is feasible.
You're right. I need to go check some records as well. Actually, I just realised. Thanks for reminding me.
So, do us I tell you what, if you two want to do record checking,
Don't, I'm bullshitting.
was
I'm
you
gonna-
bullshitting as well, Brad? I was going to say,
No,
so,
I'm not.
Brian,
assuming they take me back to the hotel, I'm going to call the sheriff and see if I can get access to any records the town has, because there was a pipe under it, and I explained it to him, and the pipe is old.
As the sheriff retroactively explained to you that if you speak to anyone in town, that they will talk to you. They know you're coming. They know you're here to help. They're not going to resist talking to you. So,
But it's the 4th of July, Sheriff. I'm sure the library's closed. Hall of
the
Records.
library's open,
I need
but it
access.
closes.
Oh, okay.
It closes earlier. The library's open, and you think to yourself that's probably where
Yeah,
the
yeah.
records are going to be, the town records and things like that. So you're doing that, and you're getting a lift because you all jumped in the van. And are the other guys going to the house, Carlson's house, or what is it? What are you doing?
I'll go to Carlson's house.
5 or 6 more hours, I'll have this mound down.
Maybe I'll leave.
Oh,
Oh,
I
wait.
think we probably pulled you away from the mound. Like, you found the pipe. I don't... Unless you really wanted to stay there, like, I think we made it clear we were all heading back to town. You want to really stay with this pipe, this mound, Molly? I think we got things to look into.
You're determined to move the whole mound, just in case.
I'm determined to move the entire mound just in case.
Okay.
Right, Bob. You heard the woman. We've got some digging to do.
Is Bob
So
staying
leave
with
Bob
Molly?
there with Molly.
I'll leave Bob with
And
Molly to do
You're going
that.
to do the driving.
We can't leave the woman all alone to do all the man work, the manual labour, the hard digging. I'm gonna have at least leave Bob with her. I'm not staying with her, obviously. I've got delicate Hollywood
Obviously.
hands. I'm not built
Obviously.
for digging.
Alrighty. So you take Boone to the library, and you're dropping him off there.
I would rather you take me back to the hotel so I can grab my own car.
Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah, sorry. Okay, do that. Yeah, sorry. Apologise. Yeah, you back to the motel and you drop Boone off to pick his car up.
Yep.
And
And
then you...
I'll say to Boone that well, what are you doing? You're just going to phone the sheriff, aren't you? I'll just wait for you.
Well, no, I think I remember the sheriff saying the library was open, so I'm going to go
Oh,
down there
that's
and
right,
check
aye.
all the records, see if I can find a map of these pipes. I had the sneaking suspicion that you might find a pipe like that at the other two properties as well, but it might be helpful if we can find a map to see where else it might go. You understand?
Yeah. Well, I'll just meet you there. I'm still going to take my own car, but I'll meet you. I'll meet you down at the library then.
All right, you and JJ go check out Carlson, see what you can find.
Yep. And then yeah, we'll come meet you at the library. And if you're finished up there, I guess we'll just meet you back at the hotel, right? The motel.
Yeah, or I might drive by the Carlsons. And depends on
Oh, okay, yeah,
where we're
okay.
at, and what we find.
You'll know where we are anyway.
All right, so you head to the library, Mr. Boone. And you pull out. It's very quiet. Like I say, it's 4th of July. Not much going on, but there are a few people inside in the records.
This would definitely be in the town records.
So you walk in,
Archived, most likely.
and there's an older gentleman who's sat behind the desk. And you approach. You say, "Yeah, sir. Can I help you?"
Hey there, boss. Yeah, I need to get into the archives. Looking for a map of the town from the early days. You understand?
Oh no, sir. We don't sell those things here.
Not sell. Want to look at it. Not trying to buy it.
Huh? Okay, speak up.
Not trying to buy
Yeah,
it,
can't
old
hear.
timer. Want to look at it.
Oh, you don't have to shout. What are you shouting at me for? All right, so he points you to. I mean, we are closing early today, so you need to be wrapped up by 3 p.m.
Yeah, well, I expect I'll be done when I'm done. But I'll take that under advisement. Thank you. Work for the sheriff. You understand?
I know the sheriff done rang me this morning. I'm cupping my ears, by the way, because that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he points you to the right, town records, down there, through the second door, and then he points you to the right direction.
So while I'm walking through the library, obviously I'm going to pull out my comb and I'm going to take a look in some of the windows and kind of make sure the hair still looks good.
And you can still hear, his name's Fred Pedersen. You can still hear him. Oh, these youngins today got no doors. God damn it. Touching up his hair. So.
Look good, don't I, Fred? You know I do.
Yes, you fucking noisy son of a bitch.
I'm still here, you old timer.
So you start thumbing through these records and
Uh-huh.
looking up the town history. Give us a library use roll.
Since I know exactly what I'm looking for in the date, can I do so? Is it easier? Can I do it with a bonus die?
No.
How do we
Get that idea from?
How do we know the date? Sorry.
Because I got an amazing history roll and figured out that this was from a very specific type of piping.
That's right. You got
figured out
an
it
extreme
was
success on the
from-
history. Yeah,
From the 1800s.
that's right. Aye, you
Right.
got an extreme
If you
success.
want to pin it down to the decade.
Still succeeding.
You need it with that, do you? You still succeed. So,
Nice.
it confirms that you as you're thumbing through, you're looking specifically because of what you found at the mound. You're looking for this sewer system and pipe layout of the town.
Yep.
You do discover that Tolo was wrong. There is no sewer pipes that run under the mounds. I can't give you any more than that. Unless you want to push it to try and get a higher success.
Well, then where did this come from then?
You need to spend 17 for a hard. You want to spend luck, 17.
Where did what come from? Sorry, Brian.
Well, my amazing history roll verified it was a certain type of pipe from a sewer from a certain time period. I don't understand what else it could be.
No, that you're absolutely right. What you've found is that no modern sewer system runs under the properties.
Yeah, no, I wasn't looking for a modern sewer system. I was looking in the archives for a map of an old sewer system.
Oh,
from the
the
1800s.
That would have taken a hard success.
Can I spend luck to get to a hard success?
You can indeed. Sorry, I misunderstood what you was asking.
How much do I have to spend?
17.
So if you click on the number, it should say spend luck to increase. It should like drop down.
Oh, okay. Spend luck to hard. Yeah, I see it now. I got it.
Alrighty. So that becomes. So, again, you put the modern sewer system to the side because you're not really interested in that. You're thinking, oh, that pipe. You find out about the original town sewers that were built in 1873 and were funded by Civil War reconstruction funds. And the steel-strapped boarded pipes were replaced in 1902 by the modern sewer system. And the old map that you're looking upon, it clearly shows that the 1873 sewers run from the Brant broiler farm, which is just outside of town, and runs underneath Ellis Loughty's, the Carlson house, and Joe Royce's house.
That's a line.
You are
so of course
through...
I've got like a wax grease pencil, and I've done the movie thing where I draw a circle. I draw a line through all three properties out to either side.
You can do that. Spend a bit of time doing that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you've discovered that these properties are linked with the old sewer system. Do me another library use roll.
All right. How's that suit?
Oh, look at that. Sweet. So, as you're packing up, you've got the map and you've made your markings on it, and you've got a bit of information. As you're packing up, you see a newspaper sort of headline clipping sticking out of one of the folders, and you flip it open. And you find...
Ooh, handout time?
Yeah. Find this, which I suppose I can show to everyone else.
Sentenced to death. Mitchell Meacham, aka Long Handle, was found guilty this week of 5 counts of first-degree murder. The jury of 6 men and 6 women deliberated for less than 4 hours before reaching a verdict. In closing arguments, prosecutors argued that Meacham had been planning the death of 5 fellow employees of Brant Broiler Farm for months, while the defense called evidence presented during the trial made up, with Meacham saying he had no memory of the killings. By the afternoon of August 13th, Joe Royce, 34, Army veteran, an employee of the farm, was delivering chickens on his route at the Branch Broiler Farm. His truck had suffered a breakdown earlier, so he was making a delivery later than usual. Royce said he heard a commotion inside the rearing house. When he entered, he saw Meacham visibly upset, brutally attacking 5 bound farm employees with a long-handled machete. Royce snuck up behind Meacham and struck him over the head with a chain. Meacham ran from the scene, but was seen by other employees dropping the murder weapon into a nearby bush before collapsing. According to police reports, Royce said, "I don't know why I did that. I even had a gun in the truck, but I guess my army instincts just took over." 4 of Meacham's victims were already dead when the police arrived. The 5th victim, Mike Carlson, 24, died at the scene. In a statement, Brandt, CEO, Absalom Brandt, said, "He's a sociopath. I believe he has no feelings of remorse whatsoever. I only wish I had seen it before it was too late." Interesting.
I might think that this Royce, who is the nut job,
I'll write down notes about that clipping.
So the Royce that's the get off my yard. I know I'm not there. I'm just
Same
thinking
Royce.
that it's the same Royce. Yeah, that's
Yep.
fucking caught this murderer. That's interesting.
Supposedly.
You found that. Meanwhile, back at the Carlson's
Carlson's
house,
Yeah, let's go to the Carlsons.
you guys pull up to the house. Let's kick over there. And again, quite little rambler. Couple of acres of land, and you can see on the house. Remember, it's daytime. You can see there's the radio antenna. You know, like CB, as we call it in the UK. I think you call it ham radio in the States.
Yeah, that's
Ham
a
radio.
nickname for it.
Ham radio antenna mounted on the roof.
Is it
And
tall
they-
enough that we could use it to pierce the other side and get to on the other side of the upside down? I'm kind of joking.
You'd
I
have
got
to
you.
wait another 30 years before you've even heard of the upside down. Yeah, so JJ and Gatlin pull up to the Carlsons. You know that they're not home because they've
They-
not been there
They left town, and that was just a few days ago,
since,
though. Eh?
since shortly after the mound
Weeks
appeared.
ago. Yeah, shortly after the mound appeared, so that's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Did all the mounds appear at the same time, or did one appear after the other? I asked the
Huh?
sheriff that earlier when he
It-
was
it
there.
Probably, the sheriff said we only heard about them when they were reported to us.
Were they
So we don't
reported
know
within
if they
very
all appeared
short
at the
time
same
of each
time
other?
or yeah, they were all within a few days of each other, and when things started happening and stuff. Anyway,
They could have all appeared at the exact same time then, and just ones were noticed later than others, maybe. Okay, well, let's go check out this gaff. So I guess we're going to go inside and see if it's all covered in dirt like the other place, eh? See if they've been obsessed
So
with the mound.
yeah. So as you approach, you can see that the police tape is sort of around where the access to the garden is, because they tried to tape off the mound. They didn't want kids going near it whilst there was no one living at the house. Are you going in? Are you going to try and get into the house, or?
I would like to at
What
least
you-
have a look and see if there's any windows where the blinds are open, so I can have a look in a window. Can I have a look in a window just to see if it's like in disarray like the other guy's gaff was? Like there's dirt and tools all over all over the place. Is it like that, or have these guys like is it different? Is it have they got
So
a normal
as
clean
you're-
house?
Are you like peering through the windows and stuff, doing all this sort of thing?
Yeah, I'll just have a look through the
Yeah.
windows.
As you're looking,
they
you
say.
hear the sheriff pull up. You hear a car pull up on the gravel outside.
I don't know if I
He
trust
gets out.
how that guy is just everywhere.
Yes.
I think the sheriff did it. I think we figured it out.
Maybe there's cameras set up everywhere and they're watching.
Yeah,
it.
you never know. You never know. But he says to you, we taped off the back. We didn't want kids playing in that mound, and as he's walking up, you look through the window. There's nothing unusual that you can see. House looks neat and tidy looking through. And one of you tries the door, but it is locked. What are you doing?
Well, the sheriff's gonna pick the lock or do the sheriff thing to the lock. Sheriff, open that door.
Oop the door.
Do the thing.
Well, I'm not happy breaking into this house because these people are just away. They ain't
Yeah,
missing.
but I mean, what if there's some vital piece of information in that house or some vital witness that's going to solve the situation here, and you don't want to miss it just because
It's not
you're.
lawful wake. Roll me a psychology or persuade.
I mean, you're a police officer. You've got the jurisdiction to break the law in order to protect the law. You have to do what you need to do.
Hey, don't juris his
Don't
diction.
tell me
Let him
my
decide.
job, Sonny.
I can
Listen, I played.
I can try to persuade, but
I
what if
played
we
a
just,
police-
I got bored.
what if we just,
Yeah.
lock the door after we're done?
Exactly.
It's still unlawful. I ain't happy about that in my town.
But
I've
you
got
are.
a reputation to uphold. These people rely on me to protect them.
But you are the law, and you need to be the law to uphold the law. And the law has you are above the law, so you're allowed to break into people's houses in order to protect the law and to protect the people. That's your
Well,
You
jurisdiction.
can make me a persuade or psychology roll, one or the other.
peasy. Easy peasy. Bloody cop
Try to
doesn't even know
convince
how
him
to
that
do
somebody
his
in the
job.
house. Try to convince him that somebody in the house is in danger. A little voice whispers to you through the ether.
Exactly. What if somebody's in danger in that
And
house? I did
I'll
say
let
that to him.
you. I'll let you do it with advantage because JJ is trying to convince him as well.
Alright. Got 18, I got hard success.
Not
There you
bad.
go. Nice action. So, all right, the sheriff relents. He said, "Okay, I'll get this door open for you, but
Good man.
you leave no mess.
No.
You
of course
leave
not.
everything where it is, and this door gets locked as soon as you're done."
You've got it, officer, I understand. And I'll put gloves on as well, so I'm not leaving my fingerprints all over the gaff. And we'll go have a look around in this place.
So before we go on, I was gonna try and get this done before tonight, but
Nah, this is a
I'm
two-word.
wondering because in the UK it's 20 to midnight. I'm just wondering
Yeah.
if we leave it open for a part two.
I think we might have to,
Yeah, I'm
mate.
open to a
It's
part
that
two.
time, like.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you guys.
Aye,
Fine with me.
I'm free on Mondays, mate.
Molly, is that all right with you? Molly,
I
know
am
me?
for the moment.
Sweet.
It should. I mean, it should be one more session, and you're
Yeah.
about halfway. So yeah, we'll
Half-ish
because
way,
I've
sure.
got an early start tomorrow. So
Me
yes,
too, as always,
think-
mate.
Yeah, and I mean, after I meet up with them, I think we know exactly where we need to go next, depending upon what they find here. So,
this could be true. So yes, there we go. That is the end of part one of
Nice.
Mound in the Yard.
One, baby.
And
Right.
I'll just say thank you to everyone in Twitch. A couple of new faces. Welcome in, Tony Despo. Hello from Quebec.
ooh, Quebec.
And I missed it.
Welcome, everybody.
Tyler
Thanks for tuning
Mimit.
in.
Thank you for the follow as well. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much everybody for sticking with us. I will endeavour to get this wrapped up on the next one. Who is live to raid?
We'll see you next Monday, everybody. We'll be back next Monday.
Elite
Elite Encounters
Encounters.
is
I will
live. I was
set
just
this
about
raid
to
up.
say.
Do you want to do your outro for the YouTube video?
You've pretty much said it all, mate. Just thank you, everybody, for playing with me, as always. Dave, thank you for the session. I enjoyed your first time as Games Master in Call of Cthulhu. Well done, mate. And to everyone watching
Yeah.
on Dave's Twitch, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And then everyone who catches this in about a week's time on YouTube as well, thank you very much for watching. We love you. Stay tuned. Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.